My name is Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams. And we're live.
Hey!
So,
oh my goodness!
I need to sit back here. Apparently,
yeah. I get butterflies in my stomach every time, which is good because I can acquire them from the inside and morph into them if need be.
I don't think that's how that works. That might be how it works.
This is chapter 3, guys, and guess what? We're available on so many different podcast apps.
We are.
Yeah, we're available on Podbean, Pocket Cast, Deezer, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Player FM, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio, TuneIn and Alexa, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iTunes.
Jeez, Austin, how'd you remember all those? That was incredible, dude.
Dude, I got this.
Have you been practicing that?
No, I got a cracked phone.
Oh, shit. I need to get me one of those.
They tell you everything you need to know, man. They also tell you can catch the VODs and on YouTube and the podcast a week after they air here. But
weekly breakup. I like it.
Yeah, but guess what? There's a hack, Q.
Really?
Yeah, if you don't
It's me, I'm a hack.
My friend Cory, he's a hack, and he's hacked into the system, and he's allowed you guys to watch the whole VOD on Twitch before it releases on YouTube.
Okay, so if you want the condensed edited version, then you go to YouTube a week later. But if you want the full experience, you show up on time here, 11 Eastern on every other Sunday, or you can catch the VOD anytime after that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
this is a natural conversation.
I was gonna say, speaking of hackneyed,
catch the VOD and the vibes.
Now, Casper Mattress. No, just kidding, not a sponsor.
Hey, have you guys ever played Raid Shadow Legends? We should talk about that.
Raid Shadow Legends, get at us.
Oh shit!
I actually got a sponsorship offer from them.
Sick.
Wow.
Tell them yes.
Doesn't matter.
Going viral again.
This is Heracdolest talk. We'll talk about it later.
I did test the roller, and while it's a little bit jank, it does work.
Cool.
So, one more announcement before we get into the episode. Stream goals.
Okay. Ooh.
So real quick, I'll explain what a stream goal is for anybody that doesn't know, because I didn't know until I found out. A stream goal is something that we want to accomplish before the next stream, and it's going to involve you guys, the fans. When we complete these goals, the players are going to get some kind of boon in-game or some other kind of reward will be given. But the reward can range anywhere from an experience boost to maybe a unique morph that they'll have access to in game. So yeah, it could. There's so many different things that we can get in between there.
Love that. Donate your biddies.
Access to DLC morphs.
Please unlock the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. So this week's stream goal, our very first stream goal, we need to get either one follow on Twitch or one subscriber to the YouTube channel.
You're aiming high.
So one follower or one subscriber on YouTube? That's wild. That's such an easy goal.
Right. I'm saying, Q, it's like I'm just throwing the experience at you.
You're just giving us okay, chat. Let's talk here. Let's talk, chat.
This feels like you can just make up the rules whenever you want. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, you just What are you? Some kind of master of dungeons or something?
Dude.
The master of this game.
But with that out of the way, Q.
Last time on
listeners,
Dungeons and Dracon Beams. Okay, would you like to tell for the audio listeners the visual
for
cue
the audio
that we're going?
listeners? I'm rubbing my tummy and patting my head in order to signal Alex, who plays Savannah, to do the recap.
And it worked so
immediately.
It worked so immediately. I actually cut Q off, which is just what you want to happen.
Am I dead? I think I'm in hell. I'm dead. I think I died.
Cory, are
I
you
have
done?
no pulse.
Are you done?
No. Fuck you.
Cory. Okay. All right, children. Last time on Dungeons and Dracon Beams, the story started with Reese in the hospital being treated for a glass wound in his shoulder. As he was being stitched up, we met Reese's mom, who is possibly the sweetest woman on the planet, unless you hurt her baby. Zach was kind enough to skate Possum home, thank you, but was harassed by a cop as he was trying to make it back to his house. Zach noticed a familiar homeless man bound and gagged in the back of a cop car and decided to take action. Reese happened to be leaving the hospital, which was right by Zach's house, and so they met up. Grant morphed as Possum, went charging up the hallway after Cameron. As he and Savannah busted in to confront him, Cameron was seemingly reluctant about the whole venture. Grant decided to stay the night, keep an eye on Cameron. Savannah left them. Meanwhile, across town, Zach and Reese acquired Mohawk, the sulfur-crested cockatoo, and Zach morphed to tail the cop while Reese drove. They split up to follow 2 cop cars. Zach watched a cop harass the homeless man from chapter 1 that I said was murdered. Turns out, retcon, he wasn't, but then actually I was right at the end of the day because Zach went ahead and watched him get killed in cold blood.
It's a weird time to one up. I was right.
I have a platform now.
Homeless man.
He straight up got murdered. Anyways, Zach headed home to take care of Possum, check out what he had gotten when he scooped up Grant's clothes and found the Escafil device, which he then hid in a porn stash. Meanwhile, Savannah was headed to bed, where she found a device in her pocket that was created by the Arn called the Exilia, and that contained Elfangor's last words and memories and more information about the Yeerks. The next day, everybody went to bed except Grant, who stayed up all night, but otherwise we restarted. Good job. Way to go. So proud of you. Next day, Reese was making waffles because it's Saturday. That's what you do on Saturdays. He invited Zach over, who ran into Grant and Cameron. They all went over for waffles. This was a very, very big thing. And protein shakes, there was a fight over it. It was very dramatic. I suggest you listen to last 2 weeks' episodes. At the zoo, Chelsea texted Savannah to come get her help with the situation. She arrived. The security guard, Evan, was on the ground with a broken leg and a moose standing over him. Savannah put the moose into the acquiring trance so Evan could get away, and then told none of the group about what happened afterwards. With the entire crew gathered at the gardens, they debated what to do about morphing, about each other, and the shared information about the Yeerks. And then they decided to watch each other for a few days to make sure none of them were infested. They came up with the ruse that Reese was running an RPG campaign for them in the woods, except Grant needs help with math because he's apparently stupid, according to Reese. They gathered supplies, headed into the woods, when Zach received a mysterious Instagram message containing a video of him flipping into Jellybean as they were escaping the Yeerks, and that is where we are currently.
Why the fuck am I bad at math?
Face. I just remembered about that Instagram thing.
Yeah. I added it because I knew you'd forget.
Thank you. The last 2 weeks I've been like, we're going camping.
Yes, I know. That's why I added it when I saw all your messages.
Agent Smith is coming to kill you. Oh yeah.
Also, Grant's lungs healed over and he had a cigarette for the first time, quote unquote, and fell on the ground and no one helped.
Well, okay. I reviewed the tapes. Cameron attempted to catch him, missed, and then just gave up.
Oh yeah. I forgot Cameron tried to catch me.
Oh, well.
Are there any other questions that you need me to answer here?
That was good. That was good.
It was amazing. I don't know why we spend all the time playing. We just have Alex read it.
I was going to say it feels like we have half of an Animorphs Anonymous podcast. Like,
yeah,
it's weird how that
get
works.
Casey in here.
Casey in here, and then you guys talk about the episodes. We'll get off.
She'll host her out
That's
the last
the dream right
there. Like a couple of weeks.
I want to play.
All right, let's play it.
Get out.
Let's go,
Zach.
Shit.
You're looking at your phone, and you've just got this message that came through. What's the riding? What's the where are you guys riding in Jellybean? I feel like Cameron and Reese were up front. But,
yeah, so, I figure middle row. Is it a captain's seat or is it a row?
It's 2 captain seats, so it's 2 individual seats, and then there's a bench seat in the back with 3 levels.
Yeah, I'm behind the driver in the second spot.
I'm in full paranoia mode, so I think I'm definitely on the bench, making sure I can see
under
everyone.
the bench.
That does mean
no. I'm in paranoia mode about all of us. I'm making sure I can see everyone.
Gotcha.
Yes, I would absolutely be next to Zach doing homework, but that does mean because you're on the bench seat on the back that you got possum like right in your face.
That's fine. I will not tell Grant's not going to tell Savannah this. I like possum.
Who doesn't? You don't have to tell her. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In that case, Grant is definitely like absentmindedly scratching behind Possum's ears while he's just like fucking mean mugging everyone.
So I guess when I get it's an Instagram DM with a video. Okay. I'm just gonna like lean over and show Savannah. Be like, hey, look.
Oh, that's not great. Probably. Fuck. Who sent this?
I don't know. This username. What is the username?
Burner616.
Oh, this person who's definitely not using the real account.
Are you guys speaking in hush tones, or can I hear you?
No.
It's a
just
minivan.
regular.
You can hear it.
If you show any interest, I'll lean back and show it to you.
Okay.
You definitely see him lean over and show because it's a minivan.
Yeah. Okay. Then Grant's gonna be like, "What's going on?"
So somebody recorded me getting into the van, running from the Yerks.
What? Fuck.
Yeah. Can you recap what the message was? Did it just say like cool moves or something?
It said nice moves and in the video.
Okay, so it's not like they're not threatening us. Do I respond? New phone, who dis?
I mean, yeah, I think you should try to respond, figure out anything you can, because like right now you said Burner616.
Yeah.
Right now we don't know anything about this person or their intentions, and they could get you killed and maybe us by association. So trying to figure out what they're doing is probably a good call.
I could just leave it on red.
I feel like that if they're sinister, that might just piss them off.
Okay.
Reply
Should
with
I
a thumbs
make
up.
something up? Should I pretend like I don't know what it is?
Yeah, just be like, what is this?
Like always happy to, like always happy to hear from a fan.
There we go. Yeah, I'll take that angle.
That's pretty good, Reese. I like that.
I'm just gonna type like, hell yeah, thanks.
After about a minute, you get another message, and it says, the fireworks show was crazy too. And then after a second, you see the dots like he's writing again, and it says, I have more. I'll be in touch. Have fun on your trip.
We should change plans. We should try to throw this guy off if he knows we're leaving. We should change something.
How could anybody know we were going on a trip?
That's the problem.
Wait. Okay. Who in here told people where we're going?
Parents.
Yeah, I told my parents.
No one.
Do we know that I told my mom.
I told my dad that I would be going away with some friends, but he didn't ask anything else.
It occurs to me, I don't know why I didn't before. We don't know if our parents are our parents right now.
I think I'm going to ride in silence for a while with that one.
Yeah.
Same.
Cameron does.
Dexter.
Kitty.
I think that At a certain point, the silence gets to be too much, and Reese just reaches up into the CD visor holder and just kind of puts in a mix CD.
Sorry, did you say the CD visor holder?
Nope.
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna write something down real quick, Cory. For that.
No, am I getting reverse inspiration? Oh no.
Something. We'll see. We'll see what happens. No, I'm just playing.
You're getting asphyxiation.
But yeah, I just like it. I just put in some mix CD, and it starts playing an AC/DC tune.
Hey, Reese, what's the music situation here insofar as other suggestions go?
Well, you don't like the classics?
No, I'm just saying, like, do we take turns? Is it driver's choice only?
Oh, we can take turns.
Okay.
Don't touch the radio though.
Just asking for
It's
later.
finicky. I don't want it to, stop working entirely.
Makes sense.
Oh, so you're fine with suggestions or requests, just don't touch it.
Right. It's kind of like a DJ booth.
Okay.
So right about now, Zach is going to pipe up and go, if our parents know where we're going and this other person knows where we're going, and we don't know if any of them are Yerks, we should go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Savannah was right.
I think so.
I
You
mean,
guys
I didn't
tell them where you were going?
No, I said we were going camping. That's it.
Didn't you
So,
tell, out of character, didn't you tell them that you were going to the RPG camp that you usually volunteer about?
No. Up in Oregon one summer he did an RPG camp as a junior counselor.
Okay.
So
I thought
now,
we were going to a campsite that you were familiar with.
Since moving here, Reese hasn't had time to actually go camping. So there's a bunch of different camps in like the surrounding, 100 miles. So I figure we were going to drive for 3-4 hours in a direction, find a campground nearby, and call that good.
Okay.
That was my plan. That's what Reese is currently in the process of doing.
So, just to, I think, remind everybody last time. Now, you guys feel completely free to do whatever you want. Savannah mentioned that there was a bunch of open land behind the gardens. So, if you guys look on the map, first right here is Jelly Bean, which Reese, you can control that as we move forward.
I can.
So I figured you guys, if this was the way this is what was in my head. If you guys want to change this, that's completely fine. You guys were heading north around the gardens, like up this way to just outside of here where there's the open land. And then there's a forest and mountains that kind of are on that side of the map, on the northern side of the map.
Okay.
So I would say those woods, like if you wanted to go out there, it's not like a campsite, it's wilderness.
Right. That's exactly what I was going for. Not like a pay for a plot type campsite, because there's going to be other people around.
And it's about 45 minutes away from the city is where that forest starts.
So I'm thinking that like what I want to do is, you said the forest like gets thick and starts at like 45 minutes outside of town. I want to go like 2 hours outside of town. I want to go deep into that forest. So there's no chance of us running into anybody else. If we got to kill one of us because we start to like turn or whatever, then no witnesses.
All right.
It got dark really fast.
So anything you guys want to do on this 2 hour drive?
I think that does Reese relay that information?
Nope.
Okay.
Reese assumes we're on the same page because he's still kind of like in shock about all this, and he's not exactly sure how thought speak works. So
Right. I do think while we're driving, maybe an hour in, Grant is going to say, I do think it might be good for us to have somewhere with a building because like he can see we're starting to go deep. Like
Mm-hmm.
it might be good just in terms of like the whole idea is to be able to keep an eye on each other. I'm worried about being in. I'm worried about location in so much as I'm thinking about it, and if we're somewhere in like deep woods, like it looks like we might be going to right now, I don't know how much how visible we will be to each other, which completely defeats the purpose.
Well, I've got a 6-person tent in the back, so I figure that's what where we're gonna be at.
Jesus.
We should leave Jellybean, not abandoned forever, but we need to get away. They can identify us by that van. It's in the video.
Yeah.
We should leave Jellybean somewhere and travel away from the car.
I might be able to pull some strings later and get Jellybean repainted if that's something you're.
Oh, buddy. Thank you, but Jellybean needs more than just a coat of paint.
My dude,
We're not gonna fix the car. We just need it to not be.
Man, my dude, I'm not talking about Jellybean running. It's you're holding this thing together with fairy dust and love, and I can tell that. I'm talking about its identifiability. That's fair.
Cameron puts his hand on your shoulder, Reese, and he says, "Hey, we all appreciate Jellybean. It's just,
Thanks,
Cam. There's a video now. Maybe we should."
Yeah.
And speaking of Savannah, if we are going to leave Jellybean, maybe we shouldn't go too deep, because what if something happens and we can't get back to the car? We're going to be an hour drive away from the city.
So, I mean, part of what the plan is that, like, the thing about that 6-person tent is that I've got a tarp that I can connect it to the trunk of Jellybean, and so we have like raised up sleeping area as well as like the tent itself. And
yeah, that all seems like a real bad plan.
That's very visible. That's very visible. We need to be.
Yeah, but that's why I'm driving so far out. I mean, if you guys have a better
they have spaceships. They can see us aerially. We need to hide.
And Reese is gonna pull just a camping hatchet out from the side, like the door pocket, and hand it back, and is like, I mean, cut down some branches, throw it on top. Park it next to a tree. Looks like canopy.
I'll be honest.
I've been camping a ton of times, y'all.
I'm on Reese's side on this. Like, if they were going to be able to see us aerially, or if they were going to be able to get us from the air, and just based off of we would already be dead. I don't think that that's what we should worry about here. I really think
it's only been a day. The guy with the video may not have.
And there's a difference between moving and stationary. If we're moving and they're tracking us, we can lose them potentially. If we're stationary, they have a lock on us.
We can turn into animals. We should just turn into animals and go into the woods as animals and then stay together.
Yeah.
And Reese, if they find Jellybean, game over. Well, but that being said, they don't even know us. They don't know. I mean, they know that there was kids there, right?
They got me on video, man.
Well, I guess that's true, but we don't know that that's them either.
So in this video, is it possible to see me, or is it just a silhouette?
So, you can clearly like make out your face. Like you turn, look back, and then like you're riding your skateboard, you kick flip in. What they don't see, if you're watching the video back, you shield the license plate that's not there. So yeah, never mind. The license plate not there. I was going to say you shielded that, but it is your face. We'll say you can clearly make it out your face. Anybody that knows you looks at it and is like, okay, that is Zach. Maybe if you didn't know
this photogenic face.
Yeah.
Damn, this beautiful, excellent on film.
You made yourself too recognizable, man. You made
That's the
yourself a
problem.
TikTok teen.
Too branded.
Yep.
Austin.
Yeah.
I would think this would be a role to try and convince him of this, or her, or whoever. I think Grant, because right now Grant doesn't really trust anyone. I would like to, in the back, pull out my phone, create a burner Instagram and message burner with 616.
Okay.
Is that something that can happen?
Yeah. So just give me a general like technology role as like not to necessarily create the account, but to make it where it's like you can't really track it back to you, and it doesn't make basically to do what you want it to do without attracting attention to itself. That's what.
Oh yeah, we're playing a game.
Yeah,
sitting with my friends making pretend.
That is Arcana, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you put together an account. The first name you tried, it was already taken, so you had to do another one, but you got it.
Okay. I'm just going to type. I don't think Nate is happy with me.
No, there's an asshole going by with this very long.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just type.
Scoopty poopty poop.
Who?
All right, Kanye.
Who are you? Are you friend or foe?
What are you, a transformer?
Yeah, I just don't want
Who are
to.
you?
I just don't want to like give any identifying information. Because clearly he knows who Zach is, but
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, yo, this is weed seller 925. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you write this account, and we'll pause there. Nothing happens for a couple minutes, but we'll get back to you.
All right.
So Possum, as he's been up kind of looking out the window, getting petted by Grant, he, after about an hour into this ride, he curls up onto the van floor right by Savannah's feet and kind of lays his head on her shoes. And as that happens, Reese, make me a van check. 11 is your number that stops your van.
Yeah, it's so perfectly average.
Oh no, I just rolled an 11. Don't do this.
I'm rolling vehicle, or is it just a flat D20?
Flat D20 for this.
Flat D20. Here we go.
The van sputters a little bit. Cameron kind of looks over at you like, not again, but
like the engine starts to buck and like the wheels start to rattle.
Yeah.
Like the alignment's off. Shit. And then I start to like kind of wiggle back and forth on the road. Just to reset the alignment.
God.
So yeah, as you guys keep going, we'll say this is about 5 minutes later, and the response, you said, "Are you friend or foe?" Right?
Yeah.
Or, it's
Who are you? Are you friend or foe?
The response you get, it basically said, this is exactly what it says. I'll let you know when I know.
I'm gonna respond with fuck.
LOL.
No, not LO, just fuck.
No, you get LOL back.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh. Grant's just in the back and like grabs his hair and just goes.
Wait,
Do
do
we
of us
know
have
what you're doing?
siblings?
Not, I mean,
Zach doesn't.
not unless you, I guess, roll to try and perceive it or something. If Austin lets you do that, but I didn't tell anyone.
You want to see him? I mean, he's just been on his phone. He hasn't really.
I just didn't know if we knew you were messaging him or not.
I didn't convey the information because right now Grant is like, everyone's the enemy.
I will say, after that message, you guys all notice your signal bars are kind of going down the deeper into this, the woods you get. You still have signal, and you can like still potentially make calls and stuff like that. Just to let you know what's going on.
Okay,
it's getting weaker.
I think Grant, as we're getting deeper and deeper, says, "Okay, guys, look. I don't think while we're still suspicious of each other that we should be doing a lot of morphing. In which case, I don't think it's a good idea to not have the vehicle on hand to get out of Dodge if we need to."
Yeah, if we start to morph, then it's easier to lose each other.
Yeah, but if we're gonna hide out, if we're gonna try to make ourselves scarce, I think it's a tool that we can use.
It's a tool we can
agree.
use later. The whole point of this right now is to make sure that we're keeping an eye on each other and not letting the worm get away and give us up. Someone turns into a cockroach and then goes off, we're fucked.
I don't know. I think that it's going to be just as hard to keep up with people as it is morphs. And I think we need to get as far away from the van as we can before we settle down.
Yeah, I agree.
Not only that, what if Reese, and he looks at you kind of like apologetically, Reese, what if he's one and he's our only way out of here?
And what if he's one and driving us into a trap? Why don't we pick a random point to stop and head out? And we
Stop
can
now.
all, yeah, let's
Reese
stop
pulls
now.
over.
Okay, so this
Reese will go until he sees like a dirt side road, and then go down that dirt side road for about 15 minutes,
okay,
or until the dirt side road like stops, and he'll turn off the keys. He'll turn off the van, and then he'll throw the keys over to Zach.
So you're about an hour and a half outside of the city, 15 minutes into the forest off the road.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the dirt path ends. So like, I will say traveling down this main road through the forest, you have seen there are a few paths that kind of branch off in random directions. They get more sparse the deeper you go. And this is one of the last ones you've seen for the last mile. So, and it ends like 15-minute drive. So it's not that long of a trail.
Mm-hmm. So, I'll throw my keys over to Zach, and then I will go over to the wheel well, and I'll take a little magnetic box, take the spare, put the magnetic box back, and hand that off to Grant. It's like now it's out of my hands.
And Grant's just gonna say, "Okay, all right." He's gonna pocket it.
Then again, I'm pretty much the only person who can start jelly beans, so we'll see how that goes. And
then we're all in the same
I'm gonna
boat.
pop the trunk and start unloading our gear.
Cameron will help you.
Cool. And
I think Grant will help too.
Well, I should hope so. There's a bunch of shit here.
So guys, I still think that we should probably rough it.
It sounds like Grant looks at Reese and says, "It sounds like we're outvoted." So,
Reese is going to like open up the top of the tent, and you see that it's like forest camo. Like you see that the print on the tent itself is forest camo, and it's like, I've been camping a lot of times. My dad used to take me hunting. We never actually killed anything. We would just go out with our bow, with like compound bow and arrow, and just kind of hang out.
Okay.
All right, let's go, I guess.
Yeah, Zach will grab something.
Cooler.
Sure.
Savannah will grab something too. And I guess we're just picking a direction to go.
I'm gonna idly say, like, man, I wish one of us had thought to get like a big, strong morph. We could carry all this stuff.
If only one of us had like a donkey or something that they could morph.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Like some kind of pack animal.
Well,
yeah, my back's hurting. Cameron kind of.
Yeah.
I could help you guys out with that if we release these no morphing rules, you know.
And Reese has his backpack on, like his big like rucksack, that has the basic D&D books in it, as well as he has the DMG and player's handbooks and some paper and pencils and stuff. And he's also got like a second like the tent and everything like that kind of attached to it, and whatever like backpack that Cameron's got, Reese will go over, take it, and put it on his other shoulder and continue walking.
I think that Grant, in response, because like Grant really doesn't want people to be morphing right now. He thinks it's a bad idea, which informs what I'm about to say. He's gonna be like, all right, listen, unless you're an exhibitionist and haven't told any of us, I think there's a problem you're not thinking about here.
Well, first of all, you're not going to watch this happen. I'll stay within earshot, but I'm moving out of the way. But I have a donkey. I could help you guys carry shit.
And who's to say that when you're out of the way, you're not going to run off? You're not going to morph something smaller and run away? Then we're fucked. I don't see a way to do this where we're not observed.
I don't think, I mean, I'm not going further than earshot. I'll be there the whole time. You'll know within seconds if I'm running away as something.
Okay, but then what do we do if you're, morphing into something that can run faster than a human?
Someone else morphs a dog and waits with the group while the other person demorphs. I don't want to waste 3 days in the woods not practicing with these new abilities.
I agree.
Son of a...
Are we still walking? Are we still going? This is in character, by the way. I'm not being an asshole.
Yeah, no, I
don't. Yeah, I guess we did stop, and then we'll continue walking. But I don't know why we would stop talking. We should continue to discuss this.
Yeah.
Well,
Cameron, what do you think?
I think that my back hurts, and I would really love it if we could have some help.
I mean, like Reese took the heaviest like backpack item from him.
He's saying it's still hurting. I could maybe I could get a lift. I don't know.
This is such a pain in the. Grant is halfway to turning into a dog.
Hey, he can morph. He can morph, and none of us can.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, that seems like exactly the sort of bullshit that Grant will pull, actually.
Grant is, as he's morphing, saying, this is me giving in and turning into a dog so she can do it. I'm compromising. Fuck you.
All right. I'm going to turn into Mo again.
Okay.
This is as soon as I see dog, I'm going to go, cool.
As that's happening, Grant's going to be like, that's not the plan. That's not the plan. What the fuck, Zach?
What do you mean? Oh, sorry. What do you mean?
This is specifically to be able to keep an eye on fucking whatever. Just don't fly away.
If we have an aerial view.
Don't fly away, because then we're going to die. We're going to die.
All right, Savannah's fed up with these guys and wants to morph so fucking desperately. I think she's absolutely just going to kind of step behind some trees and probably remove outer layer of clothes, shirt, pants, and start morphing a donkey.
Okay.
A donkey walks out wearing a bra.
I'm expecting that to be a lost cause, but listen, I know that Grant's morphing a dog, and I don't trust him.
So the first thing that happens is a tail shoots out of your spine. Just the tail, and then the hair all sprouts out, and your knees invert and buckle backwards, and you like fall down to the ground. Your
I hope this doesn't come across as revisionist, but like with what happened last time, Grant is desperately focusing on trying to keep his underwear when he morphs.
All right,
like he's trying to morph with it. He doesn't know if it's possible, but he does not want that to happen again.
Okay.
And not to completely interrupt here, but just Alex's theory working on in her head. Savannah's absolutely wearing a sports bra right now. Just going to throw that one out there.
You're going into the woods. It makes sense either way for you to be wearing that.
This is why I always check my bra choices with you, Cory, to make sure.
Shut the fuck up. Get out. Get out of here. Go ahead, Austin.
Your skin on your hands and feet curls back and your bones coalesce into a hoof. You grow some fur. I don't know if horses have more teeth. Do they?
Donkey.
No,
Donkey.
they'll kind of combine, move back up into the jaw, and then some will come forward into the front of the mouth. Yeah.
And
So
as
Alex here.
you all are about midway, Grant and Savannah, give me concentration checks.
That's Constitution, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Was that the wrong one to click?
No, that was right.
Okay.
I have
Oh, that was a save. Yeah, so you wanted to do the check.
There we go.
What is the difference in doing
Oh
that?
no, that's terrible.
So you're going to keep the first row, Alex, because your modifier is the same. So if you're trained in saves, you can add your proficiency. So that's why clicking the save. Yeah, so that was the check.
Grant. Oh no.
So
those went two opposite directions.
Oh no.
when you're morphing, Grant, all your clothes are shrinking around, like they're just overlapping you.
Right.
I will say when you finish your morph, your shirt is stuck on your head and you're doing that thing where like dogs are trying to get the thing off their head but like kind of running in circles.
Yeah, okay.
Savannah, as you finish morphing, and you first make me a wisdom save.
Okie dokie.
Or wisdom check. Wisdom check, I'm sorry.
That was so close. 15.
There you go.
15. And you're doing the donkey, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Donkey.
So you beat. So at first you kind of as the donkey's mind joins with yours, you maybe want to go chew on something. I don't know exactly what donkeys like to do. I know they like to chew on things. Or is that a goat?
You know what? I'll give it to you.
You go procreate with the dragon.
Yeah. Your tail starts
waffles.
swinging and smacks your haunches and goes back and forth, and then you gain control over the morph. And you notice that your sports bra is not on the ground.
Interesting.
So yeah. Here, I'll put you on
trapped around your midsection.
When I finally get out of my clothes, I am going to check and see if my underwear is in the pile.
You turn around and look, your underwear is in the pile.
I thought as much. Grant's just gonna out loud, like to everyone, because he's not really trying to aim it. He just goes, fuck.
And Nate, you have no problems. Your clothes all fall around you, but you are a Mohawk.
Yeah, Reese just like stops walking, turns around, watches all of this happen. Fuck. And he'll go back and he'll gather up everybody's clothes, pack them into a bag, and continue walking on his own.
Cameron will help. Cameron will help in the stuff that what they were carrying. He'll try to put on Savannah.
Yeah, unload your bag, Reese.
Yeah, and I think
put on the donkey.
Reese will put if Savannah's coming over and like allowing us to put things onto her back and like tie things to her.
Oh, there's absolutely going to be a second after she morphs that you guys are going to kind of think that she's a little bit out of control, because you will just hear this donkey braying and is going to gallop right up to you, Reese, and kind of just do like a sweet circle, like around, like literally like canter circle around you, and then like stop in front and be like, all right, I'm good.
Cool. As that is happening, Grant, who is just like not having a good day, really stressed, kind of in despair, kind of just gives up a little bit, and looks over and he sees an original possum, and he goes, yeah, okay, and he playbows.
Yeah, the original possum first does the head tilt that dogs do. Yeah, looks at you confused, but when you get down, he gets down with you, starts wagging his tail, sniffs, cocks his head again.
I'm doing the same thing, and it's weird because he smells like me.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to start playing with Possum.
And he'll play with you, and every now and then he'll run up and take like a little nip at Savannah, but then run back. And if Zach swoops down enough, he'll jump up at him, but not high enough to get him, Zach, you know.
Yeah. So, I think as we're walking, I'm just doing that. And like, this is the most fun Grant has ever had.
All right.
The joy of a dog playing with another dog. He's like, this is fucking awesome. And I think he even says that. He's like, this is great. I love this. And he's just like, he's not paying attention to his words anymore. He's he's losing himself into it a little bit.
So, Reese will put the bag he took from Cameron on Savannah's back. And he pointedly readjusts the weight of his own rucksack and keeps it on. Says, can we focus up, please? Let's go. And he's going to just continue to walk.
Yeah, Cameron kind of joins you in stride as you're walking. You say, and like, this is loud enough everybody can hear it. If you're near Zach, if you go too far, you can't. But if you're around, you hear
circles around.
He just says it might not be a bad idea to establish some rules while we're out here. You don't have anything else to do.
Okay.
And Savannah's going to be falling right behind you. She's going to be like, Reese, do you want to put that bag? I can carry that. I can carry a lot more.
And
no, he's proving a point.
Grant sprints in front of Cameron and Reese and Savannah and goes, you can't catch me. And he's like just running in circles.
That gets a laugh.
Amazing.
Cameron.
And then it happens and he goes, I'm too fast.
How close are you passing, Grant? How close are you passing to us?
I think I'm starting to like nip at your heels a little bit, like playfully.
Okay.
As I do it.
The next pass that he takes, Savannah is absolutely going to kind of like buck down and try to like bite him as he goes past and just give a little kick out back at him.
Grant's gonna go, ha, kick at me as he like that's it again.
Take an opportunity attack. Just kidding.
Yeah, if you actually want to kick him, you can, and you can do.
It was a warning shot.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys travel for a little way. Reese, I guess you're kind of leading the way. Or is there anything specific you're looking for?
I'm looking for enough distance away from Jellybean so that everyone else will be comfortable with it, and I'm also looking for something that's like a small clearing with a good amount of canopy over top, like a tree canopy.
While they're walking, I'm going to be trying to stay pretty close, but I'm also occasionally going to fly up above the treetops and look around to see, first of all, if there's any like buildings, shacks or anything, and then if there's any other people, and also looking for suitable places to camp.
Okay. Q, give me a survival roll, and Nate, give me a perception check.
I got a 9.
9.
No, he said he got a 9. Why'd you say no?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
So
Yes,
I'm going to use Mohawk's perception. I'm still getting used to this. Sorry. Is that correct?
You can use perception. It is the bird's eyes, but it is a mental stat, so you can use either one. And I think they get. I don't know if
he's got a +1 to wisdom, and I don't have any. So,
I do have a question, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do this earlier, and probably should have. So I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot here, but wanted to mention I have a point of exhaustion already. So I should be rolling disadvantage on skill checks.
Okay, we'll remember that going forward.
Cool. I didn't figure we were going to retcon on the call or the phone thing. What I was going to ask is, while I am in morph, because we talked about morphing mechanics earlier, and the exhaustion not affecting morphs, I don't roll disadvantage while in morph. Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check.
So with your survival check, Reese, you find us. It's not exactly what you're looking for, but it'll do. There is parts where the canopy doesn't
completely cover
shadow the clearing, but you can kind of find a place.
Cool.
And with your perception check, Zach, you fly above the canopy and you look around and you can see in the distance the city. It's actually dark, so you can only see the glow of the city. You can't see the actual city.
Okay. I didn't realize it was dark. I thought it was
because I think when you guys set out, it was 7, and then he drove an hour and a half. So
no, we started in the morning.
Yeah, when you guys gathered everything that day, when you all were heading out, I said it was probably about 7 or so as you guys were heading out.
PM?
You he just edited the episode, so
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we went around to pick stuff up at Ricky's.
Yeah.
We went to the house. Okay. Yeah, there were errands in between.
And we didn't even leave the gardens until just after noon. So
yeah.
Okay.
So right now we'll say it's about 8:30, 8:45-ish. So it's just starting to get dark.
How long has it been since we started off on our trek?
About an hour, 45 minutes since you guys left the city.
Since we left the city.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have asked the question. I meant, how long have we been in morph?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. So we've okay. Got it.
This is as you guys are walking right after morph.
Got it.
We'll say, I forgot about the checks. They did a few checks, so we'll say it's been about 20 minutes in morph. Is that cool?
Possum's cool, but I don't want to be possum.
Hey, apparently there's no sound on the stream.
Oh my God. Thank you, Scott. I'm sorry, everybody. Now you can join in. I'll give you a quick rundown.
Oh no.
They wrote They wrote back the guy that had wrote Zach, that sent him the video on Instagram. Grant basically made a burner account to talk to him, asked him if he was friend or foe. He said, "I'll let you know when he knows." 3 of the members, Savannah, Zach, and Grant, have morphed into a donkey, a mohawk, and a possum, aka a dog and a bird. So, and now they are pretty much just walking in the woods while Reese is looking for a camping spot and Zach is kind of checking everything out overhead. I'm so sorry that the stream audio was off.
To check out exactly what happened and then kind of listen in, this time next week the episode will be up and edited and live. So just
all the sound
check
recorded.
out the episode with the sound recorded and whatnot.
Yep. Sorry. Let's get back to it. As you fly
stream.
As you fly up above the canopy, Zach, you look around, you see the dim glow of the city in the distance. You don't really spot any smoke or anything coming out of any kind of trees. I will say you notice a small glow about 3 or 4 miles away from you to the north.
Okay.
And you can kind of, common sense will tell you that that's probably some source of light, human-made light, not a fire. And other than that, you just see trees sprawling to the mountains.
Okay. It looks like there's people a couple miles north of us. You said it was to the north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't see anything near us, so we should be relatively safe here.
Reese, that's around where you find like your spot.
The small clearing. Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick a point between like 2 trees that are fairly close together and start pitching the tent. Make sure that the ground is clear so that we have a nice flat surface to lay on, and then start making camp.
As he's doing that, I also want to be above the tree line, looking to see if I can see through the canopy. See our stuff.
Okay. Yeah, as you like fly around above where they are, you can see down in different spots. After a while, after Reese gets everything up and camouflages, give me another survival check, Reese, as you're kind of hiding seeing how well your stuff blends in.
That's an 18.
You can't make out, especially because it's dark. It's hard for you to make out where the brush ends and the tents begin on the ground.
Hey Cam, you wanna crack open one of them pizza boxes, bud?
Yeah, he'll like finish hammering in one of the stakes to the tent, kind of brush his hands off, and bring a pizza box to kind of a middle. I guess did you guys bring any chairs, or you guys roughing it?
The roughing it. I think that like it's either going to be grounds, find a log to sit on, or that type of thing.
Anywhere you can find to sit, like where you guys can kind of congregate. He'll bring the pizzas over there.
I got a folding shovel in case you need to poop.
Thanks.
I'll just we'll take one quick last look around, and then I'll fly down and demorph behind a tree, I guess.
All right. You demorph, you naked, but you don't see anything as you like fly around. And we can just call this your all's camp area for right now.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm gonna I guess shout for someone to throw me my underwear.
Reese will like pull out your bundle that he's made and just kind of like toss it over behind that tree.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get dressed and come around.
As Zach is getting dressed, like as he's like halfway through, Grant comes around the corner and just looks at him, and he's looking up, and he has a stick in his mouth.
I will take the stick and throw it. I don't know if you're Grant or Possum.
No.
Cameron looks down at his watch and just shouts out, "It's the hour mark."
Just you guys just hear as he's sprinting by. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna get it. I got the stick. I threw the stick.
Before you get to the stick, make me a dexterity check.
Okay. Like I said, Grant's just been having a time, not doing good. Decided that he was
the first time he's ever felt joy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm a dog now. Dexterity, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I have to do Possum's dexterity. Goodness.
Yeah, I genuinely think that he wouldn't mind if he got stuck as Possum.
He'd mind eventually.
Yeah, of course.
But initially, he'd just be like,
I wonder if your weed sales would be better or worse as a dog.
I was just wondering that. Like, I feel like it'd be a really good gimmick for weed sales.
Yeah. You can get a happy dog to deliver me weed.
Exactly. Run up to your front door.
This is how fucked up that my stuff will get you.
Okay, that is a 10.
Okay. So as you run over to get the stick, you see the real possum come out of the brush, and he lunges towards the stick to you, but you manage to grab it right before he does and take off.
Grant says, "Ha!"
And he's just chasing after you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell at the dogs and go, "Hey, Grant, whichever one you are, it's been an hour, man."
I got the stick, and I'm gonna get the stick.
No, I know. It's a good stick. You've done very well to get that stick. But you should probably be a dude again.
Dude.
Yeah,
I'm
kind of an asshole, sells weed.
What am I
Kind
doing?
of.
You're playing. It's fine. I get it.
What the like? You kind of see Grant Possum like drop the stick and kind of like shake his head a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, okay, you're right, you're right." And Grant's gonna say, "Could you put my clothes behind that same tree that I just brought you a stick to play fetch at? What the fuck? What the fuck have I been doing?"
Yep.
Just put my clothes there, please.
I'll take the clothes back over.
Hand off the bundle
to the naked tree. Drop it down on the ground.
Okay. I am going to morph back and quickly put my clothes on. And Austin, I have a pitch for you that I don't think this is usually how this would work, but it's the first time that this has happened. So I want to make this pitch. I just hit 0. I have no more morphs before exhaustion. I already have a point of exhaustion from staying up. After Grant has his clothes on and stands up, he's going to walk out from behind the tree, and he's going to say, "Well, that was really Oh, I'm just going to fall asleep."
You just fall down.
Just fall. Just all of it hit me just in a wave.
Cameron tries to jump up and grab you again, but again.
And I am just
going to be a bit
out.
Cameron looks around. Is he okay?
I don't know.
Put the hand on.
Did he hit his head or anything?
So
did I hit my head?
No, you didn't hit your head.
I think at this point, Reese has been quiet for the longest time. He's just gonna walk over to Grant, help him up, and then because he's asleep, he's gonna try to drag this dead weight kid over to the tent and then put him in.
Yeah. So Cameron's over his body. He's checking his pulse. He says, "I think he's alive," and he kind of shrugs. And then,
I mean, if you feel anything,
Cameron.
then yeah, he's alive. But
I'm sorry. I thought I was gonna have to murder you.
Hey, maybe you still will. And he smiles and helps.
I'm not. I am asleep. That was Cory.
Well, he helps Reese bring you to the tent.
Yeah.
Eat some pizza.
Excellent.
That's my response to all this.
Yeah,
grab a
This
slice.
is excellent. All right. I think Savannah's still in morph up until this point and has just been helping people haul shit around. So I think once liberated from the bags and everything, I think what she's going to do is, as a donkey, just probably go over to a patch of dirt and just go down, roll around like how horses do when they finally get all that shit off of them, horses and donkeys, and just start probably the most un-Savannah giggle you've ever heard in your heads, just as thoughts speak. And then she'll get up and be like, "All right, where are my clothes?"
Bundle.
Perfect. She'll take it in her teeth and go walk behind the tree and demorph.
Yeah. You notice as you demorph, you kept your undergarments. So
I think she's going to look down and go, score. And then get dressed.
And so
And Grant is going to go snore.
Since you have successfully morphed your clothes, I don't want to skip over the snore. That was good.
I got both Nate and Q to be like, you motherfucker.
No,
Just
not
so
going to touch it with
disappointed
a
in
10-foot
you,
pole.
But since you successfully morphed clothes, Savannah, you can morph tight clothing now. No shoes, but
Awesome. I guess I'll tell these guys about it because you guys, I've heard Zach say that he can't morph clothes. And I'll be like, hey, Zach, did you try morphing anything like, not loose?
Huh?
Like when you morph.
Says with a mouthful of pizza.
When you morph, did you try anything like, what were you wearing? In not a weird way.
This the same clothes I'm wearing now.
All right. Something to think about for next time, I guess.
I think what she's getting at is,
What are you
are you
talking
a
about?
boxers or briefs, man?
My clothes.
All
didn't
natural,
go.
man.
Oh
No,
God.
that's not true. He just says that.
I morphed my underwear. It came with me.
How?
I don't know. It did. I wasn't naked like you guys.
Were you born with underwear on?
Yes. Yes,
Well,
I
that
was.
explains it then.
I don't know.
Obviously.
It worked. Well, it worked for me. So at least
Okay.
that'll be less awkward, I guess.
So we can morph underwear. Great.
Well, I can.
Or you can.
I don't know about you.
I mean, best case scenario, we all can.
Best case, yeah.
Why did you get to do it and none of us could figure it out? Is it a thing that we just don't know how to do, or is it only you can do it?
Go through the process. What's the difference between what we're wearing?
I don't have a bra on.
Well, I don't think that would be the way to start, but we can certainly add that into our experiments later if you'd like. But maybe tighter clothing or something. We could try different things. I don't want to suggest switching clothes. I feel like anything I say is going to be awkward from here on out, so I'm going to stop, but we can think about this.
Got it.
Cameron laughs a little bit. Reese got the spicy one. Hey, does it hurt when you guys morph?
No.
It always happens when I do shit like this. But shooting myself in the foot with something, deciding to do something like this. I keep wanting to weigh in, but I'm asleep.
You can't.
So I think Zach's probably wearing like some board shorts or something, and I think he's probably just a boxers guy. But he also more than likely has a pair of skinny jeans and would have packed those. So I can try those later.
Well,
Cool
Grant
kids still wear skinny jeans. Sorry.
Cameron looks down. He's got some skinny jeans on. I hope so.
We're all so out of touch.
Yeah, that was absolutely out of character. Zach knows what cool kids do, but he does not.
I feel like I just heard a thing that skinny jeans and side parts were both not cool anymore.
Uh-oh.
Son of a bitch.
That's according to a bunch of 18-year-olds. What the fuck do they know?
Wait, they're the cool ones, though.
Isn't that exactly what we're going for here?
The metric of what is cool or not is just who doesn't give a fuck about anything except for giving a fuck about everything.
Kanye West.
Those are the people that are cool. It's being cool just means you don't care.
Cool.
Got
So like I would rather care and be uncool.
Maybe you can be both. That contradicts everything you just said.
It's madness.
Madness.
So does this timer start over for Grant? This is Cameron asking. This.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's up to you, my dude. Sorry.
What timer?
Well, our timer, because he's asleep, so he doesn't know that we didn't go off and
No, we're watching him, and everyone else is watching us.
Yeah, it's collaborative.
Yeah.
If we
In
all
fact, we
agree
probably
that
ought to.
somebody's out of sight, then timer resets.
Yeah, we may need to sleep in shifts. Come to think of it.
Yeah, we probably should.
Well, it just doesn't seem to me that this is foolproof anyway.
Well, we're gonna try our best.
Not. Well, you want me to take first shift? He kind of laughs.
It's gonna be a 2 at a time thing. I think I'll take it with you.
Not. Yeah, and you guys can eat pizza. Talk about what you want until people decide they want to sleep.
Zach probably just surfs TikToks until his phone is close to dead, and then goes, "Oh shit, I should probably save this," and like turns his phone to like low brightness and everything.
Grant is 100% dreaming of being a dog.
Oh, that's pretty precious.
He was having a real good time.
And Savannah's just going to start doing her homework. I mean, she brought it with in her backpack.
God.
And, I mean,
when you break it out, Zach is just going to look over and be like, "You suck."
I assume that, like, in the tent, Reese has one of those, like, electrical torches. Yeah.
Do you, Reese? Do you
Like
have
a flashlight?
No.
What are you, British?
No, it's like a. It's
Right,
like
I've got my electric torch.
Cheerio.
It is like an electric lantern that you like up during camping.
Yeah.
He'll have one. He'll have one hanging in the middle of the thing, like a room lamp.
I did also recently listen to a bunch of episodes of a British podcast where they used torches a lot, so that might be part of it.
Reese is gonna just finish eating, and then he's gonna say, "I hope our parents are okay." And he's gonna go to bed.
Hope his parents are okay too.
I think Grant and someone is going to definitely have next shift. So, I don't know who to wake up next, but Savannah, you probably ought to go to bed. Me and Cameron will be up.
All right. I don't know that Savannah would go into the tent and go to bed. I feel like she might pull up a sleeping bag kind of outside with Possum, curl up so he can go to sleep on the end of it, and like pass out just outside.
As like your all shift starts like an hour into it, Cameron will say, "Well, we don't really have much to do, Zach. Do you want to try to do a TikTok?"
No.
Oh.
No, my phone doesn't have enough charge. Zach probably has like a really good idea of how long it takes for him to record and edit something.
Maybe just shut poor Cameron down when he wants to do a TikTok with you.
Cameron looks at his phone.
So Zach 100% did not think Cameron meant together.
Right.
He thought that, like, he read that as Cameron suggesting an activity for Zach to do. by himself.
When you say no, my phone doesn't have enough charge, he kind of looks at his and he says, "Oh, okay," and he puts it back in his pocket. And he takes another bite of pizza. He says, "Hey, Big Zoe makes some good pizza, man. Glad we got Reese."
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think Zach is just kind of looking at the fire, not picking up. Is there a social interaction role I can make?
I don't think so. I think you just got to be awkward on your own.
How do I roll to RP?
I just can't believe Zach's being a bigger dick to Cameron than Grant and Savannah.
I think Zach is not realizing it. Like he's kind of lost in thought. How long have we been sitting there?
We'll say this is about like 30 minutes into your shift. Something like that.
Okay. So long enough that there's like, I think I was thinking like a couple hours in where you're just kind of zoned out, but I think half an hour is probably not quite there yet. So, okay.
Maybe you started to zone out or something.
Yeah. So I kind of snap awake, and he's like, so he's talking about pizza. I got it. Did you know they do like a roulette thing where there's one of the slices has got chili oil on it? I didn't get one.
Yeah. Hey man, Reese got it earlier. You should have seen him. He was spitting, his nose was running. It was funny.
He works there. He should be able to tell which one it is by now.
And that's the magic of it. Zoe doesn't tell anybody else. That's what he told me, at least. Zoe doesn't tell anybody else which slice he puts it on, and it blends in with the cheese grease so good that you can't tell the oil grease.
Please don't say cheese grease again. That's gross.
It's the name of my ska band.
Terrible ska band name. It's a pretty good ska band name, actually.
Do you know what you have to? You know what you need to do with that cheese grease?
Pick it up.
Kudos.
You know what you do when the pizza's too hot? Hip hip.
He says,
"This was all in character. We just made all these jokes in character." Yeah.
I'm sleep talking. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Shit. I guess that wasn't everybody.
He says, "Oh shit! I forgot. I have football practice on Monday after school."
Not anymore. You don't.
Yeah. Maybe we could talk to the rest of the group, but I think that might cause some complications if I don't make it. But he kind of shakes his head. We'll talk about it.
Dude, I'm having to go silent on my account for 3 whole days. You know what that means to like a social media star? It's suicide.
Well, that does suck. Maybe we can do something big to relaunch when we get back.
I don't know.
We'd have
after
access.
After that video came through the Instagram, I'm kind of worried about posting anything.
Well, if we can track that guy down, maybe you won't have to worry.
Yeah.
That person.
Maybe I could get out ahead of it and actually post the video myself. I mean, it is kind of cool.
And with these new powers, who knows what kind of TikToks you can make.
Right? Want to see a monkey on a skateboard?
Right.
People love that shit. Cats on rollerblades or whatever.
Dude, your career's about to take off.
Yeah. Maybe once all the slug things are gone. Then it'll be different.
You just hear from the tent. The Yerks.
Go to sleep.
Kind of hard with all the fucking jabbering.
I'm going to gesture and go, these kids just want to stay up all night.
And
people having to be in shifts, and Reese is like, shut the fuck up.
Cameron rolls up some weed and offers you some. And
oh, yeah. We will absolutely smoke a doob.
And that's kind of how you guys end your first shift. And Zach can pick who he was going to wake up.
How long are we taking these shifts?
So I'm thinking like 5 or 6 hours in. So I'll go wake up Grant.
8 hours is a full rest. And if you guys are taking 2 shifts, that means you would need 4 hours apiece.
They need to stagger.
I'm just trying to think how many hours altogether.
Grant fell asleep before the rest of us, which is why I was going to wake him up first. So if it's 6 hours in or so, I figure he's got about 8 hours of sleep.
All right. So we'll say it's 4 hours in. Grant was asleep for 2 more hours, so he has a 6. And I will let you guys get full rest on 6 hours sometimes if it's like a tense situation. Right now you need 8, so Grant, you might need to go back to sleep for a little bit to get rid of your point of exhaustion, if that makes sense.
I mean, I have 2 points of exhaustion. I would make an argument that when trying to wake him up after 6, you just can't.
If he won't get up,
Like, not even won't get up. Like,
you try to
wake him up, and he's like, yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever like stayed up for 48 hours straight or anything like that, but imagine that kind of thing where like it ain't working.
Okay. I guess I'll just give up and go back out to the fire. Grant's not waking up. I'll try again in a couple hours.
Well, let's wake one of the others up, and then they can take a shift. Then the other one can take a shift, and we can stagger it like that, and maybe all of us can get some sleep.
Well, I know Reese wasn't sleeping because he kept yelling at us. So I'll try to like nudge Savannah awake with a toe. Hey.
Oh, she'll wake up. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
You're up. I'm
All
going
right.
to bed.
All right.
Watch Cameron. And then
got it.
You should try to wake Grant up next.
We'll see.
And after a few minutes, Cameron and Zach fall asleep.
No. Zach falls asleep, but Cameron needs to stay awake with Savannah for a while.
Well, Cameron falls asleep.
Fuck.
Shit. I think. Well, Savannah does not want the timer to reset at all on this, so I think once she knows Cameron's going out, she might. I think she's gonna go try to wake up Reese. I'm sorry, Reese, but she's just gonna kind of like nudge and be like, "Hey, Cameron fell asleep. Do you want to take the next shift, or do you want to keep sleeping?"
Reese hasn't been asleep.
Okay. You want to come hang?
You kind of like unzip the tent and peek in, and you just see kind of Reese laying there on his side, eyes open, just pensive. And he hears like the zip, and then he'll look over at you, and and he'll get up and kind of make his way out of the tent and everything.
All right. By a sleeping Cameron who just passed out.
Passed out back against the tree, arms crossed, like.
Yeah, and I
he
think
did get high.
I got stoned, so yeah. So
I think after a while of kind of sitting there in silence, Savannah knows how pissed Reese is. And she feels really bad for waking him up and still for smashing glass further into his back earlier. I think she's going to go, hey, Reese, thanks for driving us out here. I know it sucks. I know we made you leave Jelly Bean, and this was all your stuff. Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. And none of us do. I mean, we're fucking teenagers. Like we're kids. And we've been wrong place, right time, chosen, kind of, with no other option, to essentially become child soldiers in a war that we had no idea was even happening 48 hours ago. So I'm just doing my best to try to maintain what we've got. And the thing that Grant said about our parents, because the only people that we told was our parents generally. So the fact that possibility that one or more of them could be these Yerks. It's really got to me.
Well, if we think through it logically, just throwing spaghetti at the wall, the aliens have technology that we don't know about, that we don't understand. Maybe there was some other way they found out and it wasn't our parents. But if it is our parents, once we're clear, once we're good with each other, we trust each other, maybe there's something we can do. Maybe that's our step one of what we're supposed to be doing.
You ever see that movie? I think it was The Martian with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that like the character that he played said that the thing that kept him alive was just taking one problem at a time and solving it, and then solving the next one. And I think that's where I'm kind of at. We're here. We have a problem. Let's solve it before trying to solve the next one. Let's clear each other. And then we can figure out what to do next. Once we know that we can trust each other.
It sounds smart. Sounds like the thing we should do.
I assume with the time that has elapsed, it's starting to like morning's creeping up and birds are chirping and stuff, I would assume. Boston.
Yeah, they're getting into the end of, if you all went 4 hours, you guys are getting towards the end of your shift.
I would say that with the birds coming to and you know chirping in the forest and stuff, that Grant has probably been asleep long enough that he's starting to hear that, and he wakes up and didn't hear all of that, but heard just kind of heard in Reese's voice what the exhaustion in it, and he's waking up, and Grant's gonna kind of stir and lean over to his bag in there and get something, and he's gonna come out and he's got a he's got it rolled, and he's gonna go over to Grant. He's gonna come out of the tent, walk over to Reese, and say, "Hey, man, it doesn't really sound like you slept. I saw your sleeping bag in there. Looks like someone was in it. And it was empty. I'm assuming that was you. And you really should get some sleep if you need some help." And he hands him a joint.
Reese he'll take it, but he's just gonna like tuck it behind his ear and say, "Thanks, bud."
Yeah, he's gonna say, Grant's gonna say, "No pressure, just
I know this isn't an after school special." And we got nothing else to do, so honestly, I feel like I can just kind of like sleep in the middle of the day, and it's not really going to matter. It won't be comfortable because it'll be hot, but
yeah.
So we got nothing else to do. I can just sleep whenever. It's fine.
Okay. Grant's gonna pull up a seat. He's gonna be like, "So it looks like shifts is what we're doing. Seems like a good idea."
You got a real tight 10 hours just now, so
shit.
Congrats, man.
Speaking of which, I didn't know it was that long. We should keep an eye on the fact that apparently doing that too much really takes it out of you. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Reese is going to take out like a little like moleskin journal that's like back pocket sized, and he's going to like write that down. like take a note of it. Okay, just tuck that away, and you'll see like that's like the third or fourth bullet point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Grant's just gonna be like, I barely take notes for class, let alone something actually important.
Just it's good to remember what you know.
Yeah, and Grant's gonna kind of be silent and contemplative for a minute, and he's gonna look very apologetic when he says what he's gonna say. Just make sure no one else sees it.
That's why it's all pen and paper. Impossible to hack.
All right.
In response to this, Zach is going to snore.
Yeah.
Because he can't do anything else.
So I will say, Zach, at the end of their shift, you're coming up on your full rest. Even just sitting out here on your watch, you can still rest and take time to, recuperate. So you don't have to sleep necessarily. But as you guys finish up your conversation, Possum does that thing where he yawns and it like lets out like a high pitched screech from a dog. And when that happens, Cameron stirs and falls off his stump or the tree that he was leaning back. He kind of rolls over and kind of yawns and just kind of looks over at everybody. Oh, morning, Grant.
Hey, Cameron. Get some good sleep there.
Actually, he kind of smiles. It was pretty good.
Good, man.
My back hurts like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a great position. Grant's going to look around at everybody. He's going to be like, so how are we doing? Were we able to keep eyes on each other? I was asleep, so I kind of got to take the group poll on it. Are we good? Did we reset?
So if Q or if Reese and Savannah want to get any more sleep, you can. Or if you guys want to just chalk it up to you guys chilling the night and
Reese went to go back into his sleeping bag and go to sleep. But when Cameron says like my back hurts like a motherfucker, Reese bursts out of the tent and says, "You got to morph. You got to morph. Your back has been killing you for months, dude. You got to morph." Grant, when you fell on the ground outside of the gardens because you think that like after you morphed, you smoked and then it
yeah, man, it was like the first cigarette I'd ever had.
So like
it's like my lungs
maybe
were new.
Cameron, you got to morph. We can fix your back right now, dude.
Zach, all this kind of wrestling kind of wakes you up too.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds pretty loud.
And Cameron will say, "I don't know, man."
Grant's gonna be like, "Oh shit, Reese, you need to too. You got woosby."
Is that what we're calling the wound now?
Yeah,
that's its name.
You can fix your cut. I mean, this is the time to test it, right?
He's gonna look over at
literally
at Cameron.
Sorry.
Yeah, man.
Go for it.
Test it out.
Zach is interrupting intentionally. As all this is happening, he's unzipping the tent and going, and honestly, the woods is full of animals. Maybe we can find some new shit.
It's true. Listen, I had reservations and, I'm still a little bit...
Oh, really? The hotel? Why are we
hesitant?
Nice.
If that was
Good morning.
character, Grant's just going to glare at you. And he's going to say... Yeah, he's going to say, I was fully a dog for an hour. I can't really say shit anymore. Yeah, you guys should both morph something.
I think we should all do some practice.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I
just
think
stay within sight of each other. That's the only thing we got to do.
One at a time.
Yeah. I am still... Did I lose both points of exhaustion, Austin, or just
only one?
Okay. I'm going to be like, I'm not going to lie. I'm still really tired.
So did you go to 0 or did you go past 0 when you...
I went to 0.
So you only have 1. You only get the point of exhaustion when you go to the past 0.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just say it was catching up on me from staying up earlier.
Still tired as hell.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What is
So,
that noise?
I think laying some ground rules for morphing. One at a time. Stay within view.
I like stay within view, but I don't think one at a time is.
Not in general. I think just right now.
No, I think even right now it'd be good to practice being morphed as a group.
We have days.
Okay.
I think for the moment, one at a time.
Okay, if you guys think so.
I mean, I could be convinced of 2 because we did have 3 of us to get over here, but yeah, I don't think we should do it all at once.
It might be good to have 2 at a time. Maybe if we can find morphs that play off of each other in case someone tries to, run.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Sure.
Grant's going to kind of like look like it hurts him, and he goes, yeah, that's a good call.
So, and Reese is going to turn back to Cameron and say, look, have you come into contact with an animal?
No.
Would you like a possum?
You haven't like been able to, I don't know what we would call it, like absorb. No, that's weird.
Allocate, no.
Ingest?
The good touch.
Ingest.
You haven't captured an animal, captured some DNA or whatever. You haven't
I haven't.
Captured sounds weird. What's it called when you get something?
Like recorded.
Obtain. That's a good one.
Recorded is pretty good. I like recorded.
Yeah, like you have a record of that animal now.
Mm-hmm. I think there's something.
Acquire?
It's right on the tip of our tongues, I feel like.
No, that sounds stupid.
I think it's
system.
I
I like recorded.
Filed? You haven't filed away like a Rolodex?
Collated.
Collated.
I think
Collated an
I think
animal.
recorded is it.
Copy.
Guys.
You haven't copied an animal? Okay. So
Xeroxed.
I think
Mimeographed.
We don't know what that is.
Yeah. Sorry.
so he's gonna say, and he's gonna like whistle and call Possum over. And then just like, okay, just like put a hand on the dog and focus.
He kind of looks nervous, and he'll say, I thought I wasn't going to have to do this until we were done. Like, I'm all for you guys experimenting, but I don't.
Hey, man, like, what else are we going to do? We're out here. I've got D&D campaigns written up already. Like, if you guys want, we can just play some D&D, but
Pass.
this is purely like you can go in, you can go out, and then we're just trying to see if this will fix your back. That's it.
He looks at Grant and he says, and you can tell that he's playing off of what you said before, trying to use that as like cushioning to this. And he says, Grant, you don't want us all, just in case one of us is, you don't want us all to have capable morphs, right? And if I'm the most suspicious, and he kind of looks to Savannah and to Zach and then back at Reese, then maybe it's better if I don't have any.
Grant is going to look at him and narrow his eyes, and he's going to say, you were the most suspicious because I was being a dick. And I'm willing to not pretend on that. I overreacted, and I'm sorry for that. But, and Grant's going to say, and look at him, he's going to say, you not doing this is just as suspicious. Do it. She has a donkey and I have the same dog. We can check you. You should do it. And I'm not trying to be like super, like I'm not threatening to stab him or anything, but I am trying to be a little bit menacing. Can I roll an intimidation check?
I was going to say, if you don't want to be too far into it, you can give me a persuasion check, and I'll let you do it with advantage because you're kind of piggybacking off Reese, trying to convince him.
Persuasion and
I'll give him the help action.
Cool. Hell yeah. That is a natural 20.
He looks reluctant, but he sighs and he says, I'll do it to help alleviate the suspicion. But I want it noted that I didn't really want to do this.
Man, none of us wanted to do any of this.
Well, some of us wanted to morph, but isn't this just
okay?
This isn't
Savannah. You intended to be a part of an intergalactic war?
not as such, but the morphing part's pretty cool. But Cameron, this is also kind of to try and fix your back. Like we're trying something else here too. This isn't just to force you into trying to practice morphing.
I know. I guess once I do it, even though real. I've seen it, it becomes real for me, and he just kind of trails off at that.
Hey, look at me. Eye contact. You're not alone in this. All right? I'm right there with you. I haven't done it yet either, and you and me are going to go at the same time, okay?
Nice.
You going to record Possum too, Reese?
I've already I got a couple of morphs.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I've got a couple of animals I've already copied.
So he grabbed Mo too.
Yeah. I've got land and air. I just got to collect sea now.
So Cameron kneels down. Actually, I wanted to say Q won't get this, but the rest of you will. Him looking in Cameron's eyes, talking about morphing, kind of reminded me of Cassie because he's, how she talks Marco down and the wolf thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cameron kneels down, puts his hands, starts giving scritches to Possum underneath his chin, and then flattens his hands on his neck and concentrates. You guys see Possum go limp for a second. And then after Cameron takes his hands off, a couple seconds later, Possum tongue out, running around again.
Bad.
And Cameron looks over at you, Reese. Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Cameron closes his eyes.
And Reese kind of stares off into the middle distance and really, really focuses in and just thinks about Mo. And he tries to remember exactly how each little detail was with Mo, the spacing between feathers with the wingspan and the exact color of the mohawk and then the shape of the beak and all that kind of stuff. And he's trying to really focus in on those smaller details and then just trying to meditate on it.
As you start to meditate on it, you feel pressure as your head starts to shrink and your nose and your teeth meld together into a beak. And as you're looking forward, your vision changes as your eyes move to the side of your head and you see feathers start to sprout out all over your head. Are you trying to do anything special as you're morphing?
I'm trying to go wings first.
Okay.
Wings and beak first, because those are the things, because he's looking at his own hands and he's trying to push the wings out of himself. So
give me a concentration check.
Concentration. Constitution. 12.
I need to look at your sheet real quick just to double check, Reese. 12. All right, so you're concentrating on your feathers and your wings coming first, and your beak. So as your beak starts to meld, the rest of you watch as like, when you have a deck of cards spread out onto the table and you take one card and roll it down the side and it flips all the cards over. That's kind of what it looks like as the feathers sprout down Reese's arms, and his fingers, like as the feathers flow down his arm and they get to the tip of his hands, his fingers stretch out into more feathers, and he has 2 wings and a beak and a mohawk as he starts to shrink. And the more finishes at the same time. While this kind of looks a little bit elegant as Q is changing, you guys look over to Cameron. He has a dog nose and mouth, his human eyes, 1 ear, tail coming out, and his hands and his feet are paws, and he falls down, but the rest of his body is still human. And then slowly everything starts to meld together, and he takes the form of a dog.
Gross.
Grant is just mesmerized looking at Reese, and he's just gonna, when Reese finishes, he's gonna say, "How did you do that?"
Before you answer, Reese, make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom save or a wisdom check?
Check.
5.
As you say this, Grant, the bird in front of you, Mohawk, or Reese as Mohawk, flaps and just takes off into the sky. And he says,
Shit.
Reese!
I start morphing Mohawk. And like as I'm shrinking down, I'm trying to explain, like, I know we said 2, but I forgot how much trouble I had. And as soon as I can no longer talk, I switch to thought speak.
As soon as Reese takes off, you guys see Cameron jump up and open his mouth, and he's about to bite the Mohawk Q. And then he says, "Ah!" And you guys hear in your head as he stops and lands back on his feet and draws back from Q.
This might be a good place to take the break.
Yeah, I think that is gonna. We might as well go ahead and take the break here before we get too far.
Okay.
I'll hold on to what I was going to do then.
Well,
Love it.
You guys want to get out a couple actions real quick?
I was just going to like get down on a knee and like be like calmingly like shh, shh, shh. And like I was going to like gently pet Cameron's head, and I was going to be like, "Hey man, I know this is weird, but like it helps." And I'm going to say like, "Should have warned you, it can be a little overwhelming to be a dog."
This is so fun.
Yes, it's very. Grant's gonna say. Grant remembers being a dog like fully for an hour, and he's gonna get like he's trying to explain it. He's doing that. He's fuck it, and he's gonna pick up a stick and he's gonna throw it.
All right, and so as you pick up the stick, Zach, you're in mid morph, and
I want to establish that when I got up this morning, I put on the skinny jeans.
Okay.
Okay.
And Savannah, what are you doing?
I'm asking Zach, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on?
I gotta follow him.
What is he doing? Because Savannah doesn't know anything
by
about
now,
losing
I'm sure
control.
it's in thought speak. I'm gonna be like, when I first morphed Mohawk, it was really hard to control the body. The animal, sometimes it seems like is in control first, and I just had a lot of trouble with it.
That's why
I should have thought about it.
Dog for an hour. Yeah, we should have thought about it.
I should have thought about it, but I'm the only one that can fly, so I got to follow him.
You gonna chase him? I could chase him. I could go on the ground and chase him.
No, you can't.
Yes,
and then that's when I throw the stick to be like,
"Dog here, please."
And I'm gonna ask Zach, do you want support? Zach, do you need ground support? What do you need?
Just follow us both.
Got it.
If you can. All right, I gotta go. I guess am I fully a bird now? I'm sorry, we were gonna take a break. We gotta take a break.
Yeah, gotta
we'll take
a break.
the break, and when we come back, we will be a minute ahead of time in game, so everybody can be in morph if they want to be.
1 minute later.
We're back.
Hello.
A dinosaur
Hey.
story.
Nice.
That's a good movie.
De-
Let's just talk about Don Bluth films.
Roll
for-
back the
for
rock
rest of the
to
time.
the dawn
Yeah.
of time and
We're
sing
gonna have-
this song with me.
We're gonna have like a little minute because I think I came back a little like 1 minute early. So yeah,
Oh, perfect.
Vamp.
I
So
think
John
I think
Goodman.
Hugh should just sing us through. I really was
That's a
enjoying
really
that.
good John Goodman.
Thank you.
All right, you sing.
Roll back the rock to the dawn of time and sing this song with me.
All right, it's 105.
I
Stop.
don't remember the song.
Damn, Austin.
We're proud.
Copyright strike, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Got it. So I was playing Fetch with Cameron. It's the
Yeah.
only thing happening right now.
So
That's it.
we'll-
Yep. I'm not chasing a bird as a bird.
Yeah, so we'll pick back up with the bird chase. Reese, you're up in the canopy. Zach, as you come out of the top of the trees, go ahead and make me a perception check real quick.
Fucking let me get Mohawk back up. I don't goof. Well, I know what it is. It's a no, already lost, forgot. There we go. Plus one. What did I do?
Just initially
Womp.
popping up out of here, you don't spot Reese. Just popping up out of here. Savannah, were you morphing or anything to
I'm
assist
following.
Zach, or you just following on foot?
I'm following them on foot until I can figure out what I think will be helpful in the situation.
Okay.
And I might call Possum with me just for fun.
All right, yeah, he's chasing after you. I'm gonna say Grant and Cameron are still kind of messing around. He brings the stick back, and
Yeah, I'm just trying to get Cameron under control. I know what this is like the first time doing it, and I know how trepidatious he was. So it's, those three and then us two, we've still got the eyes that we need on everyone. So Grant's just playing damage control on Cameron right now.
Savannah, give me a perception check with disadvantage as you're watching through the tree line trying to follow Zach.
Okay.
9. So you get the general direction of where he took off and went to. You're taking off in that direction. Reese, as a bird, you're watching the trees below you just fly by as you flap and flap. You catch a thermal and you rise up higher as the warm air hits beneath your wings and raises you up. I don't know why there's thermal right here, but there is one.
Do you know what a
It's just a
thermal is?
breeze.
Q.
Updraft.
Yeah.
It's a warm pocket of air that acts like an
Yeah.
elevator for a bird.
And as you do that, go ahead and give me a perception check as you rise up.
Oh no.
Natural one.
Yeah, I mean, it's what a bird's used to. And you're just looking around, surveying the area. And it just feels good to fly the way you're flying.
I feel the sun on my back and I feel the wind underneath me and I
Don't see
feel
the
free.
peregrine falcon.
Give me a wisdom
Damn, it
check.
feels good to be a cockatiel.
Wisdom, you said?
Yep.
That's a total of 20.
Oh.
Dirty 20, baby.
That filthy 20.
As this wind
Yes,
just
Only the best.
flows through your feathers and it just
Mhm.
feels good. If you could smile, smile. What's a smile? And then your consciousness kind of comes back. And
And I'm going to head back to the group.
well, because of your perception check, you have no idea where the group is. You come back in, you're up in the air, the force is all around you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just flapping. You kind of lost.
Can I roll again to see if I can see him yet?
Yep.
There we go. 15.
With that, you do spot an identical cockatoo. He's been flying north, and he's not too far away from you. You could catch up to him.
Got
but
about a half mile.
Yeah, you sense you're just out of range of thought speak to him. So.
I'm gonna still yell as a bird. Reese.
Savannah, was that open thought speak or just straight to Reese?
No, I'm yelling.
No,
as a
he
bird.
he used bird voice.
Yeah. Oh, bird voice.
There we go.
He
Yes.
said,
Okay.
Reese!
Savannah, make me a perception check, straight, because of the he's took away the sight aspect of it.
Can I make one argument to maybe get it with advantage?
Yeah.
I also want to be listening out for any like blue jays, birds in the area that are giving warning cries that there is a larger bird approaching.
That'll work.
So perception?
Yep.
Leave it to the zookeeper.
You didn't need it.
You cannot.
I didn't need it.
You cannot see this. It's just too thick up there, but you hear "Rah, Reese, rah," and you pinpoint it with your ears right there.
Perfect.
You were waiting for that.
Found it.
Yeah.
Austin, why are you a perfect parrot voice or cockatoo voice?
I don't
It's
know.
amazing. It's uncanny.
It's dead on.
Once
Thank
Reese,
I want to blush.
As a free action.
Yeah.
Once Reese realized what was happening, and he was like, "Oh, I am a person in a bird body. I'm not a bird." He's gonna start like doing this slow, like swirling circle, trying to stay in the same spot, but he's just gonna start drifting back down toward the top of the canopy, hopefully being easily spotted by the people he wants to be spotted.
Yeah. Well, as you just break the canopy line, Zach, that's when you catch up to him, and as you break the tree, the leaf line, you see Savannah, not necessarily out of breath, but breathing a little heavy as she catches up to where you guys are, and you guys can all join back up pretty much.
All right, I found him. So let's head back. Are you good now?
And Reese is going to respond, "Yeah, kind of lost myself for a minute there, but I'm good now. I'm back to being me."
Yeah, sorry. That's on me, man. I should have warned you. It got me the first time too.
And I'm going to offer, you guys want to ride? And just kind of hold up my arm. You guys want to ride back?
No way.
Absolutely
I got to
not.
get a bird.
No, flying is way cooler.
While they are heading back,
Real quick, Cory.
I'm going to do a barrel roll.
You guys just flap off, fly back towards where the campsite is. Savannah, you're just back by yourself.
I'm gonna be back there.
No,
I'm
I'm
be
like
so
flying
fucking
around
pissed.
her, and then
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. You like, I gotta get a bird. Fuck, this is the worst.
just gonna land on the top of her head
with you guys. What? You won't accept a ride, but you're gonna land on my head.
Just to
I mean,
drop a deuce and then leave again.
Get the shovel, and
Wouldn't
then
be the first time. Wouldn't even be the second time.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna land on top of your head and just kind of hang out.
All right, go ahead, Cory.
I was gonna say while they're heading back, can I have a minute with Cameron? As we're doing this, I'm threw the stick a couple of times, and you said he was like, "This is awesome." When he comes back for like the third or fourth throw, I'm gonna be like, "All right, man. Your name is Cameron, and I sell you weed."
Yeah, but can you throw the stick?
This is perfect,
No.
dog.
I'm gonna say, I can't throw the stick again
You can too.
until you come back to yourself a little bit.
Huh? Okay,
Deal.
and he starts wagging his tail.
No. And
I love this.
I'm gonna say, oh man, Grant's gonna say, I don't. He's gonna throw the stick.
That's the episode title. I just throw the stick.
I'm just gonna throw the stick.
Doggy days. Yeah, and the rest of the group can rejoin.
I want to make a point to clarify that, like, while we're flying, I'm not flying so far ahead as to like leave Savannah behind.
Yeah.
We're circling back, doubling back, and stuff.
I'm a thought speaking to Cameron, It's like, this is way better than football practice, isn't it?
Dude, I'm so much faster. Did you see the stick?
Yeah, I saw the stick, bud.
Dude, it's so fun to bring the stick back.
Like first I go get the stick, and then I get it, and then I bring it back, and then I go get the stick again.
Just think about how, how this is going to affect your gameplay next time you're on the field. Next time you're
be able to react so much faster when I'm on the field. Oh shit! And and he thought speaks to everybody. Can I come back now? Can I change back?
Grant's gonna be like, your clothes are behind the tree.
Oh yeah, the clothes. He trots over there, tongue out, behind a tree. A minute later, Cameron comes out and he's putting his shirt on. I told Zach last night, but I think, and he looks around at everybody like still more. I think I might have to go back sometime Monday.
Grant's gonna walk over to him and he's going to very pointedly, but like not hard, but hard enough, like slap him on the back and see what the reaction is.
You slap him on the back and he just like his body moves with the slap and he says, "Oh, hey, buddy," and he kind of slaps you on your back.
And Grant's gonna go. He's not gonna say anything yet, but he's gonna do that, and he's gonna say, "No."
Look, I know you don't. I know we have to keep an eye on each other. So why don't you guys just come to my practice?
No, the second point of this is to keep us away from whatever pools of water or liquid or whatever that the Yerks need to be in order to recharge or feed or whatever.
Grant's
we have to be
point up, like agreeing.
We have to be with each other and also away from the rest of society. We picked a random point on the map for a reason.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check with advantage because everybody's backing you on this.
Persuasion with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. 17. I've got a -1 to persuasion. So the advantage truly helped.
Yeah, it was a good argument.
So he says, okay, well then I'll skip practice. Is that for 2 days? We'll have to miss Tuesday as well.
Remind us of when the timer started when we.
I will say
Tuesday afternoon when we are good.
Yeah, noon. We'll just call it noon because I'm pretty sure that's Tuesday. Around when you guys.
Yeah, that's when we met at the gardens.
As long as everything goes well this weekend, Tuesday at noon will be fine.
All right. Well, my dad, he's not one we have to really worry about. But when the coach notices I missed practice, he's going to call my mom, and that's not going to be good.
Can I tell me if this is something that would apply here? Is it possible for me to use my inspiring leader feat to? It says shore up resolve for a battle, but could it be a pep talk for this activity too?
For like a common purpose?
Yeah. So you can do your inspiring leader feat whenever you want. Okay. It gives mechanical benefits, but if you want to, like, this is you trying to motivate.
I just don't want this to keep coming up, and I think that if I can do an inspiring speech or something that does that,
rally the troops. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Zach,
but it might
as a leader role. I like it.
Well, it's mostly to go with the TikTok thing, but
I know, but that's
and I am a cockatoo, and cockatoos do have feet, so I can still use this right now.
Yeah, because you
just want to make sure that
that's a joke that makes no sense to nobody right now because the beginning of that joke
that's right
was silenced. So
okay.
So
for the podcast, Austin was talking about you can still use your feet when you're an animal, and I was like, yeah, as long as the animal has feet.
As long as it's not like a snake.
Yeah.
Like a snake couldn't use feet.
A snake
They don't
can't
have
do
any.
inspiring leader.
And fish can't either.
Will you roll your inspiring leader real quick so I can?
Yeah. You mean click it?
Yeah.
Prerequisite very hot.
Would a whale be able to do a feat
No.
because they have vestigial bones still left?
But they
Or
just have
used to
hips,
be?
right?
No, they have like a vestigial.
No, a
It
whale
doesn't-
can
doesn't
swim
matter.
away and never talk to any of you motherfuckers again. As I'm
Listen,
going to do soon.
Grant Contingency Plan is what that's called.
I really like the fact that like you have this big whale body and then you just have these two kicky little tiny like swimmy feet
That's
on the back
horrifying.
end of it. It's,
No, I hate
It's
that.
like
So
it's like a dude in a whale costume.
I hate it.
so Zach,
That's very awful.
what you're wanting to do is trying to settle this argument. Like we can't go back. This is what's happening, and we have to stick with this plan.
Yeah,
pretty much, right?
and like really, I want to like recap. We saw this alien die. We saw these other aliens. I can't explain. You can't explain. We've already got somebody that's got video of us. We know that they know what our car looks like. We can't trust anybody. We have to be able to trust ourselves. So we made this plan. We're going to stick to this plan. I'm sorry you're going to miss football practice. You miss football practice, buddy. I'm like I said, I've lost the thing that I'm going to get to do for the next 3 days, and maybe I don't know if I'm going to get to do it again. We're all here together. You have to deal with it. You have to stop bringing it up either, because it's going to be a bummer for everybody else. This is just how it is.
So with Reese's persuasion check, and you're kind of trying to rally him and burn this point in, like this is how it is.
Yeah.
Those combined together, this is a success. Like Cameron gets it. He's going along with you guys now.
I'm gonna put my hand on I'm gonna land on his shoulder because I'm still in morph, and I'm just gonna like, yeah, I'm just right now. There are more important things than a couple of extra laps at practice. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You're benched for a game. It's fine.
So like, yeah, since you kind of said that to him, he's not bringing it back up, but he's just reiterating. The reason I was worried about it is because if I get caught skipping practice, it's just gonna raise suspicion. That's kind of what I was, but I do agree that it's more important, and you guys have made the point that it's more important to stay out here. But I just wanted the risks to be known, I guess.
That makes sense. Grant's going to say, I mean, is there a way you can blame it on me? My name's already Mud. Like, I don't know what the story is, but like this could
Intervention.
Yeah.
Tell him you smoked some really bad weed from Grant. And that's why you missed practice.
Grant looks over at Zach and he goes, "Not that." My
Okay.
Alternately, how are your grades? Maybe you needed to be tutored or something. If you don't want to admit to smoking weed to your football coach.
I never said anything about weed. I said something about this being my fault why he missed practice.
Yeah,
Just
you got
saying.
tangled up in a Grand Theft Auto scheme or something. Yeah.
I think we can I'll try to think up something to take what you guys saying, but we don't have to worry about it right now.
Grant is going to say, "Hey man, on the bright side, I just hit your back with some force."
And then a realization hits us. It worked.
Yeah, man, it worked.
He smiles.
And Reese is gonna fly down to the ground and demorph.
As he's starting to demorph, Grant's gonna be like, "Dude, no."
Just demorphs.
Savannah's gonna turn around like right as you start, like, "No, I'm not getting involved in this again."
Yeah, Cameron turns around, but he laughs. Like he thinks this is some funny ass shit. But he turns around.
Don't be an exhibitionist, man. It makes it weird.
And Reese is just standing there, buck naked, with his hands on his hips and saying, "Look, if we're gonna be a team, we got to get used to this nonsense.
No, we don't. Nope.
We don't.
Cameron's still not even.
Everybody's just like, oh my god.
No, I see what you're going for, and this is no. It's incorrect.
You know we can morph clothes, right? We just got to figure out how.
Yeah, Savannah already did it. I tried on some skinny jeans just to try it. In fact, know what? I'm going to fly off of Cameron's shoulder now and fly around behind the tree and just try to be more.
Give me a concentration check. Where is
concentration or constitution?
Just in the middle of camp, hands on hips.
Still standing there, like even
just
though
standing.
Grant's looking up at the sky and just kind of like.
I will never look at the ground again.
Hand in a handful of Harry's, like, at least my dick was out on accident.
What do I roll?
Concentration check as Zach.
Where is that?
Just a constitution check.
It's Constitution now. Okay. That's a saving throw. I roll that.
You guys
14.
look at Reese and just still from the waist down, like man-sized from the waist down, he's still just a bird.
You have to roll another concentration check to do that.
Did you just canonically add in inverse Daffy ducking it after saying all the jokes about that with Grant?
Yeah, no, I like Reese will like go over and pick up his clothes and like, start getting dressed. Not going behind a tree or anything like that. He's totally comfortable in his nudity. But yeah, no,
I'm sorry, did you say you were a bird from the waist down?
Yeah, no, it was a joke. It's not something I can make canon.
No, it is. Roll a concentration check.
A concentration check. Okay.
You are in a stream. You can do this
7.
nonsense.
7. You don't.
I don't.
Okay. You think you got just the pants, but they're like you turn around, the front is just bird, but you turn around and it's Reese ass. Like
wearing like assless chaps covered in feathers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you've got like the talons and feathers, and then just a human rump. And then a bird dick. I don't know.
I turn around to Zach and I wink.
Not a cockatoo.
That's the episode title.
Birds have dicks?
No, ducks do. Cockatoos don't. They
What's their
like
name?
It's got cock in the name. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. They don't have
They
one.
have 2 of them. Cock. 2.
Hey man,
There's
a joke. There's a joke.
Alex, what the hell? Are you some kind of bird expert? What's your problem?
Hey, don't challenge her bird facts, man.
Oh.
You can. Let's Google it. Let's Google if they have a dick or a cloaca. I can tell you who's going to be right fucking now.
Yeah.
The cloaca is just where they go. Never mind. I'm not making it official.
Packets of sperm. Very interesting. Let's not talk about it.
It's more of a slurry.
It's okay.
Never
mind. Sorry, I almost launched something else, but I'm not going to do this right now.
Did he say a Slurpee? Because that's not good.
No.
A slushy.
Fuck. Unsubscribe. Unfollow.
Oh, if it's a penguin, it's
stop
a slushy.
the stream.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. The best part is that some females can choose to reject it and just absolutely splurt it back out.
It depends on how much swag the male bird.
That's exactly right.
Welcome to Cock Talk.
Oh shit! I'm crying.
I threw up in my mouth a little.
Oh my god!
just. Oh, my life is complete. I made Nate wretch.
Zach,
back into it.
What? Huh?
As you demorph, you
tell me about the cloaca. What happens to my cloaca?
It's out and about because you did not get your pants.
Oh no, I didn't. With a 14?
Yep. You demorph and you're naked, but your pants are right there where you left them.
Okay. From behind the tree, I'm gonna yell. Morphing with clothes still doesn't work.
Sounds like Savannah's full of shit.
He's just pulling on his shirt and it's like, maybe we got to get some like athletic wear, like a I don't know, like Under Armour or something less branded.
Wink.
A wink.
Sponsorships available.
So
maybe we'll just keep practicing.
Grant's gonna go get Zach as close.
No, I left him behind the tree this time. Oh no, I didn't.
No, you left him in the tent because you were trying to.
Yeah, I had to run.
Yeah.
I had intended to do that, but I never did it.
So yeah, I'm getting you close. Hannah
I don't know,
behind the
Zach,
tree.
maybe you got to try your bra idea now.
My what?
Your bra idea from earlier.
Oh, bra idea. Okay. I heard that as one word and I didn't know what it meant. Like bright
idea.
all right. You guys reconvene after all this commotion.
Yeah, I
And,
guess.
Did they still see the stitches in my back?
If you
No
guys
one's looking at
Like,
you.
yeah, no. Like I've got pants on now and everything, but I'm back all human, and I'm still pulling on my shirt. I'm like, oh, somebody check.
I'll look.
Yeah, same.
stitches are gone and smooth back.
Cool.
By
the way, my
smack
butt
it
is
really
still
hard.
hanging out. My butt is still hanging out from the top of my jeans. Just mooning
Why?
them, just because it's funny.
As Zach goes to slap him on the back, I yank his fucking pants up.
Just wedgie.
Yeah,
Look, you're the only one of us that's legal, so technically this is all a crime.
He's
what you're
17.
doing.
17.
I thought you were 18.
Nope.
Well, fuck. Never mind. I don't say that.
Still a crime.
Still a crime.
The crime against humanimals.
There's your episode title.
There you go.
Crime against humanimals.
Grant's gonna just be like, cool, so morphing does heal stuff.
That's useful. That's a very good thing to know. I'm going to throw some pizza in the woods now.
What?
He says, grabbing some pizza and throwing it in the woods.
Why are you doing this?
I want to attract critters.
You probably attract possum.
Yeah, possibly.
Shit. The dog
You
just immediately.
just frisbee a slice
I'm
and
like,
possum runs past
We're
you.
going to get raccoon. Oh.
Kind of just as an afterthought under his breath, not thinking about it, Grant's gonna be like, I love that dog.
It's a good dog. Can that dog perhaps find more animals? I don't know. Am I the only one that wants to find more things to morph?
No, I want to find more things to morph. We should be finding things. We absolutely should.
I'm historically, like, humans are historically bad at just
Yeah.
catching animals.
This
So
is not the priority right now.
I got nothing else to do for 2 days.
Kind of the priority.
Reese, didn't you bring Grant's grasping at straws? He's like, didn't you bring like games or something? You said you wanted
I'm not
to do a
playing
thing?
that shit.
Yeah, it seems kind of
Zach
dorky.
says, gesturing with a coffee mug he doesn't have.
There's a bunch of
that-
nerds at school that play that stuff.
That small like camping hatchet that I mentioned before, and that was in Jelly Bean. They're in the side pocket or whatever.
Mhm.
Like Reese is going to take that and say, well, fine, you don't want to play D&D, let's figure
Are
out
you
something
gonna
to do.
chop our heads off?
He's mad at us.
No, Reese is going to throw the hatchet at a tree and
I roll me a
I was gonna
dexterity
say,
check.
I don't think he's just gonna let you do that.
Dexterity check?
Yeah.
Could I make this? Okay, no, it's not an improvised range attack. That doesn't help me at all. Dexterity check. An 11. Does an 11 hit the AC of a tree?
Yeah, so an 11, he hits and it hits the tree and sticks in it. Yeah,
Okay,
was
that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Grant and be like, did that look as cool as I hoped?
Grant's gonna lean over and be like, no, it was cooler.
as Zach is like trying to rock the axe out of the tree.
Yeah. He like leans over and he's like, "No, man, it was cooler."
Hell yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it didn't take much. You can get the axe out of the tree.
Cool. I want to do it.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, and I'll coach him through the motions and stuff like that, and just like, okay, so you want to like throw and then don't carry your arm down.
Zach is
forward.
not listening, and I've already thrown it. Is this a ranged improvise?
Yeah, you can roll a ranged improvise because you just don't add your proficiency. Yeah, you hit in the same spot Reese hit in.
Nice.
It looks cool too.
Yeah. Someone else go.
Fucking fantastic.
Oh,
all right.
Grant says, "Yeah, all right, I'll do it." And
actually, Zach's then like gonna put a hand on Grant's shoulder, like to stop him, and go like turn to Reese and go, "There's not like some fucking lesson here, right? You're not gonna try to give us a moral."
What do I look like?
Throwing axes?
Do I fucking look like Aesop? No, we're throwing a hatchet at a tree.
Well, I don't know, man.
Grant points at the joint behind Reese's ear, and he said, "He's already made it clear to me that this is not an after-school special."
Checking.
And this is a
episode title.
Check, yes.
Definitively not an after-school special.
Then we would have to have an after-school special.
So it's not in this. It's not in the same exact place, but it's pretty damn close to where they just threw the axe.
Grant looks at it and he goes, "I'll take it."
Nice. I high five him.
Yeah, definitely.
Savannah, throw the axe.
Do it.
Come on, Van.
All right. That's Dex?
Yep, Dex.
All right. And she's gonna be like, "Oh God, I'm gonna suck at this."
I did a dexterity check because it was
yeah.
the same thing as my improvised ranged, but if you have higher improvised ranged attack, then you can do that.
I don't think anybody does, and nobody has
same.
any saves check either, so the saves
Gotcha.
aren't the same as checks.
Word, got you.
There. One of each.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
So you throw it, and it hits in the same exact spot as Grant's. So yeah, you pretty accurate.
All right, Cameron.
He goes, pulls
You're
the
up,
axe
buddy.
off, comes back to everybody, cocks back, and throws it.
Does he try to throw it like a football?
Yeah, he does like
Spirals
this.
it.
Throws
This
it.
goes head first,
Yeah.
spiraled in.
Yeah, and he hits too. Not in the same spot as anybody else's.
Great.
But
We're
yeah.
all really good at this thing that is never going to matter.
Yeah. Grant goes, "That was really cool. I'm glad we did that." And he kind of looks around and he goes, "That took about 10 minutes.
Now what? Maybe we can go find some animals now.
Reese will kind of like, yeah, all right, and pull the axe from the tree and start building.
No, leave it there. We'll do it again later. I mean, I don't want to not.
Well, he was gonna.
throw axes.
I'm
That
gonna
was
use
fun.
it to like start stripping bark off of a couple of branches that he chops down and start making a little animal trap.
No way.
Oh, hang on. How? You're just stripping
Oh.
bark?
He takes a couple of like thin like branches and like the ones that are still kind of green and malleable, and uses the bark stripped away as ties to create an animal trap.
It smells like teen spirit."
Are
Yeah,
we
this-
trying to kill him?
This is going to take a little while. Give me a survival check, and it's going to be pretty high.
Yeah. 19.
19.
Yeah,
Both of them were 19s.
yeah. You start chopping some stuff down to make this material, stripping it, and you get to work.
All right. So after about 5 minutes of this, Zach is going to be like, "What are you making, a basket? What are you doing?"
Kind of.
It looks like he's making a basket.
Yeah, it's sort of it's a basket trap. It's meant to essentially when an animal walks into it, they find it harder. They can squeeze into the opening, but they find it harder to squeeze out of it. Because the way that it's done is like there's a small hole here, and they can push inward, but when they push outward, it's kind of like a Chinese finger trap.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Are we gonna bait it with fucking pizza?
Yeah.
Listen, pizza's good.
No, you're not wrong. Grant,
Why wouldn't we use pizza?
Thinking about it, Grant's gonna go.
I mean,
grab
we've got a
piece-
surplus of it.
Actually,
we
yeah,
could do a
that's
couple
good.
pieces of bread or whatever. but-
through a mouthful. He's gonna go.
He's eating a pizza. As he's like, "What are you gonna use? Pizza?
Yeah, and he's like,
That's stupid. Nobody even likes pizza."
yeah, he's gonna be like, So which morphs does everyone have?
Dog and bird, or
Awesome.
bird and dog.
Same.
Grant's gonna look at Savannah and be like, "So you turned into a fucking donkey?"
Reese, deception check.
Oh yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hang on. Is this
Yep.
deception? Okay.
Same. Nothing extra.
14.
If any, you guys can all roll insight.
Insight? Oh
Yeah.
yes, my insight's
yeah.
great. Come on. Damn it.
Does anyone anticipate me lying?
Doesn't matter.
No? Okay.
You're lying.
All right.
All right. So all of you,
Shit.
I will
Reese-
say none of us really fully trust each other right now.
Yeah,
that is the
that's-
whole
that's
point
fair.
of it now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That absolutely tracks.
you can't quite pin it down, but something that Reese said about, like when he said same,
Same.
he either hesitated or he stumbled over something. It didn't seem right.
Is Cameron
Tried
gonna
to
roll?
be too casual about it.
Let's see if Cameron. Yeah. Cameron picks up on
Everybody.
it too.
Fucking everybody.
I have proficiency in insight. I'm the only one who tied with him.
I rolled a 14 and everybody rolled a 14 or a 15. That's insane. All right. Okay.
Is it the same, Reese?
I mean, yeah, I have those two as well. I mean, yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
I also
have.
Do you have any other ones?
yeah, kind of.
Well, what?
I'm going to turn to Savannah and say, the security guard, George, when I shook his hand, the centaur alien Fangor, he said any species. So I wanted to try. I wanted to see if it,
And you
What are
didn't
you
think that was
saying?
weird?
That's a good plan.
no.
Wait,
I mean,
you
what if the
Hold on.
alien?
you could become George, that security guy?
I think so.
Do it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's a great idea. We should
Does
be able
it
to turn
sound
other
I
people.
mean,
We can do
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
mean, like,
how much easier would it be to not worry about disguises?
yeah, like if we could turn into other people while doing things, then
Yeah.
Are me and
We wouldn't
Savannah
need
the
to-
only ones that?
the Instagram video that Zach got
I'm
wouldn't
sorry.
be an issue anymore.
What's our responsibility in acting as these people? Because I think there's some ground to cover.
Yeah. And
What do you
how
mean?
does that make us different from them? You're like, yeah, we're not controlling those people, but we are making actions based on these people. Like, this is going to affect people's lives.
I mean, don't use him to go stab someone in the street.
Yeah, don't commit
Yeah, but if I need to be
that person.
if I need to be another face in the crowd to
we need
lose
to
a
be
tail, then yeah.
What if we need to be an adult for a while? I mean, kids can't do a lot of shit.
Shit,
I
what
don't
if
know
we
if
need
you've
to
noticed.
cover for each other at any
Listen,
point?
I'm not saying it's a bad idea in an idea form. I'm saying, what is our responsibility in pretending to be other people that exist and have lives and families and maybe
So-
reputations?
I think, Savannah, I think that we're like putting the cart before the horse with that. We're not pretending to be that person. We're using that person as a disguise, or essentially like it's using them as a very elaborate mask.
I mean,
I'm not gonna go like I'm not gonna turn into George and then sit at the booth, and then actually if we need to sneak in, then I might have to do that.
This is what I'm saying. We're already taking small steps down that path.
Okay, but yeah, okay, so sure. If it comes down to it, and like, let's say you're on a crowded street and you're being pursued by, controllers, I think they're called.
Yeah, that's right.
You're being pursued by controllers with those laser guns that could just slice just a hole right through you. Like, if you're in a crowded street and you turn into Possum, you're gonna get noticed. Like, how many random dogs do you just see running around on a busy street?
Having having a body to morph out of would be helpful too, because then the injury goes away.
The idea makes sense. It's the execution.
Just don't be an asshole about it. I mean, that's pretty much. We need to figure out.
What are we going to do about Grant then?
That's a real good burn. I can't even be mad at you about that one. That's a good burn.
I can't. Fuck you.
Grant, you're an asshole. You cultivate it.
I don't go around and kill people as George or whatever. No bearing in this conversation.
Hang on. No, it's just, I think she was just taking a jab at you being an asshole, generally speaking.
We are talking about endangering people's lives. It's not the time or place. She can shut the fuck up.
Here's the deal. Everyone's lives are already endangered. We're not making that worse.
I would agree with that.
But I think we potentially could.
It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Acquiring things is free reign.
Doing what?
Sorry, you're right. Recording things. Recording morphs is fine.
Disagree with you about having it and potentially using other people as morphs. I'm saying I think we need to be conscientious about this.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Nobody's discounting that for sure.
Don't morph into somebody to go try to take their lives over. That's what the years do.
Yeah.
Well, what about if you want to go to the movies? Now, Zach, I know we talked about this when we were taking our watch, but should we use these powers for personal gain? Like, how nonchalant should we be? Should we only use the human morphs when we need them?
I think we could only use any morph when we need them.
Yeah, if it's not related to the war, we should probably not use these morphs at all. Any morph.
I mean, the more times we do it, the more times it could be noticed. So,
yeah, but also like,
I'm not going to use like the
there's
George
a risk
form to go buy beer or something.
How is this for a rule? Never use a human morph to do anything suspicious in that morph. We don't use it to break into places. We don't use it to we don't use it to attack anyone. We don't do anything that if it got traced back to that person could put them on the year shit list.
No, this is like if you're running from something and you're in a crowd and you need to look like somebody else.
Being a face in a crowd sounds fine to me. If we're going to have a rule, the rule needs to be don't do anything with that person's face
that could endanger the actual person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
for sure.
You don't want to turn that person into a Yerk controller.
Grant's going to look at Savannah and say, okay, it's a good rule. Is it just a start because I said it, or do you have something to add?
I don't have anything to add yet. It's a start because it's a start. It's a place for us to build some groundwork on. And as time goes on, as we learn more, as things start happening to us, maybe there's some caveats. Maybe we need to expand this or add in new, loopholes or something. It's a start.
Grinding his teeth, Grant goes, fair. He's going to say, nothing set in stone right now. That's a good point.
I agree also. Cameron speaks up. He'll say, I agree also with this, at least us taking this on at first with these rules. But I would argue that anything we do, potentially, whether it be to escape in a crowd, can potentially put these people in danger. So with that being said, I agree that we should go along with your rule. But if we're not going to do anything that could put them in danger, my argument would be we don't need the morphs because anything we use them for could put them in danger. But I concede.
Zach, chill. That was a huge hit.
It was a long talk. Zach's a lot cooler with the whole conversation now, though.
Ben?
Grant's gonna to kind of change the subject a little bit. He's gonna be like, okay, this sucks, but I guess I'll say mine. I've got possum and I have a fucking cockroach. Your turn, Savannah.
I grabbed whatever I could at the zoo. Are you kidding me? I work at the zoo.
All right, so what's the list, though?
The donkey, horse, tortoise, alpaca, not the llama, the alpaca, pony. I mean, I got a ton.
That's awesome. Wait, can you pass those off to us?
That's a good question.
I don't
That would
know.
be great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome because
tortoise sounds great.
You want me to morph a tortoise and try to see if you guys can absorb it?
Let's try it.
yeah,
Record, yeah.
Record it?
copy.
Okay. Well then
Xerox.
Savannah, especially because Grant did not believe her earlier, is absolutely gonna, bathing suit rules, right? Gonna take off shirt, pants, keep everything else on, and just start morphing to a tortoise.
Yeah, Grant's still gonna kind of turn away a little bit. He's not.
Well, yeah, you morph the tortoise. Let's do a wisdom check.
Reese is gonna pass his doob over to
Now,
Cameron,
since
by the way.
she's done it successfully before, does she still need to do the concentration check to morph the clothing, or is that a one-time deal? Okay.
Once you pass the check, you can do the clothing.
So all of us just suck.
I made it a pretty decent check, but if she rolled a 20 on her first time, so
well, I blew that one out of the water.
Yeah. The grass smells good.
Tortoise thinks too slow.
You smell some, I don't know if turtles eat mushrooms. They probably don't. But you smell some kind of vegetable or something that you want to go, but then you regain your consciousness and you're fine.
Yeah. Take in that whiff of vegetation and you're like, hungry. Wait, hang on. I'm here.
Hey, and it does, I describe a cool way that Savannah morphs too.
That's just the overarching statement.
Yeah.
It was very cool. It would be really cool to see her spine bubble up into the shell and then
would it
be horrifying? Would it look like her spine jutting out of her back, getting a shell pattern on it before it fully turns?
Yeah, it spikes up first. And as the skin melts away or hardens
together.
Yeah, and then the bones flatten and the bones spread out across her back and make it.
Oh, like her spine comes out of her back for a minute.
Awesome.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
As she's shrinking and her neck is just going.
Yeah.
You guys asked for a tortoise.
Yeah, Grant is going to say, that was the worst one so far. That was the worst.
Easy, bug boy.
Yeah, no one saw you go to cockroach. You can't definitively say this was the worst thus far.
I'm pretty sure the worst one was me coming back from being a bird.
All right. Listen, Donald.
He's got all the nicknames.
You guys gonna try to acquire this tortoise, or am I just hanging?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna walk up and put a big old hand on the shell.
I'm gonna put a finger because I'm kind of like.
I Awesome.
I'm gonna
I don't
scoop her
like
up and
Savannah.
hold her.
She's a tortoise, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not
Not
a
a-
turtle.
She's a big
Not
tortoise.
turtle. Big,
Big
like,
tortoise.
like a Galapagos tortoise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Got you. Okay.
I said that. I
Awesome.
said
I'm
she's a
gonna scoop her up and
tortoise.
hold
but-
her.
Are those things fast at all?
That's-
They can be, but the coolest part about them is that if you have an art tent set up outside, they can absolutely bowl it over in seconds.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
That sounds like,
That's hyper specific.
yeah.
That's something that's happened to me in real life.
All right, this is table talk for Heroctolist. We'll talk about it though.
Okay.
Yes.
Cameron also comes up, puts his hand on the shell, and Possum comes up and starts sniffing.
Aw.
Oh, possum.
I'm trying to acquire this tortoise.
You mean
Yes,
record?
You mean record?
Record the tortoise.
Record, damn it.
I'm trying to
did it.
save.
I did it.
You trying to save the tortoise?
I'm
Yeah.
trying
No
Yes.
more straws. That's turtles. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to record the tortoise.
Pull out your phone.
What a good joke, Austin. Thank you for that one.
That was
That was
pretty
a great
solid.
one.
No
last
more
round.
straws. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
You guys don't acquire it. You don't. It doesn't
What a
work.
shocking twist. I had no idea this wouldn't work. It's
Well,
nothing's happening.
hypotenuse tested.
I guess we can't get it
I
from
mean,
Well, nothing.
maybe
is
we can
canon
only have a
until we
couple
know
of them
for
at a
sure.
time, or I mean,
Inspiration. If I gave out inspiration, Zach.
so
Well, if you
a useless statement is what
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and mark it and then unmark it since it's
Yeah.
not there.
Nice.
Thanks.
I'm gonna give you something. I want to reward you. You just wait.
Give him a
Um,
3+1 on something. It's not quite inspiration.
Give me a wounded animal
All right.
very nearby.
In
that
the-
we can
in
go
the-
acquire.
Can we roll a luck roll for animal?
No, because I liked what he said. So after a minute of you guys doing all this, Savannah and more of you guys trying to acquire, everybody
Yeah,
give me
just-
perception checks based
I
on
say come. Oh.
based on hearing. So
That was fucking horrible. I got a 10.
Reese.
Damn, Savannah's just one with nature over here.
I am very
Fucking
good at
turtle.
nature.
The turtle's just like, I hear something.
little camper boy got a 20.
So Grant, maybe
Taking the hobbits to Isengard.
maybe you're
Oh, that-
still. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the turtle says, "What's in this well?" That's just for us. That was sorry.
Yes.
Where it says, "Go ask Mr. Owl."
What were you saying about Grant before
Boo.
I interrupted with?
Oh,
I
can I
that's only for
can
the
I
players.
demorph while this is happening? Can
Yeah.
I? Okay, thank you. I'm demorphing.
So maybe Grant, maybe you're still a little frustrated with everything, and you just don't catch on to this. Your mind's elsewhere.
That's my default setting.
The rest of you hear like a snap as Reese, your trap goes off.
Oh,
It's a basket
Oh.
trap.
yeah, it's like
They would just wander in. And
Oh.
they would wander in, and then we would hear like
That's
from
what you
whatever
hear.
creature is trying to like fight their way out of it.
Exactly
It's a
that
dog
sound.
making that sound. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just possum with his head stuck in it.
Got a piece of pizza.
He's eating
I
the
was-
pizza though.
I was
But he's
waiting for
just
you guys
doing
to
this.
put down the pizza. I was gonna have Possum take it, but nobody ever specifically said you put it down. So I was like, all right. But yeah, you guys hear a scuffle in this basket trap that you made.
Excellent. So yeah, I'm gonna go check it out and see what has been caught.
All right.
Badger.
You guys wander over
Mushroom.
Fuck off.
and
Snake!
Oh,
It's
God.
a snake.
you see a gray little squirrel in this basket.
Oh hell yeah.
Nice.
Who's over there first?
Who Savannah? Well, Savannah, since you're demorphing, you can
Mhm.
make your way over there. But Reese, since you rolled highest, you're right on his tail, Zach. You guys are pretty much there. at the
Yeah,
same
it's
time.
like I'm gonna head over there and I'm going to take a fistful of trail mix, and I'm gonna put it like kind of along the edge of the trap so that it can like reach out and grab and munch.
Is that a feat you have?
Trail mix feet.
Produce trail mix.
No, it's just a cooler full of fucking snacks that I packed before we came out on this trip. So.
It's just that one of us is fucking prepared.
Yeah.
Reese, give me an animal handling check. So when you guys first come over, this squirrel's jumping all around, kind of freaking out in this basket. It doesn't like being caged in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say I also walked over, but clearly I got there after everyone else.
Yeah, everybody can.
Yeah,
you guys just want to like stay low, stay quiet, stay back. I'm going to see if I can get this thing to calm down.
Yeah, I think once you record it, it'll calm down.
Yeah, they seem to.
13.
Can I assist him in any way? Like any?
Yeah. How do you assist him?
I mean, I think that just like while he's going over there, like trying to get it calmed down, I'm just going like, oh yeah, just like go for the scruff. Like just, it'll be fine. Like,
while your spine goes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just giving him advice on how to handle wild animals.
Reese, so because you just rode initially, we took that first roll. I'm going to give you advantage because she helped. We won't take the 5. You can roll again, but it's going to be whatever the first number is, not the second.
Got you. Well, 13 it is.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much, Savannah. I appreciate the advice there.
Fucking bite him. Bite him. Bite his finger.
After a couple of minutes of the squirrel getting, like accustomed to where it is.
Before even reaching for it, I'm gonna sit next to the trap, have the trail mix there, and just quietly sit so he can get used to my presence. This is going to be like a whole 10 to 15 minute process of me slowly moving forward with getting more comfortable with the squirrel.
And once you get close enough to the cage and you can spread the trail mix out around where you can get to it from the little basket he's in, he can still get this trail mix. Calms down a little bit, timidly grabs some of the trail mix and starts eating it. And he seems content for the moment.
Shoving a circular pretzel in its mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Chex Mix. No, just kidding. So yeah, I'm gonna reach out with very slowly as it munches, one finger right on top of the head, and try to copy it. The tip of your finger tingles a little bit, and the squirrel goes slack. All right, everybody, get in here.
I'm in.
Zach's
there.
reaching in.
Yeah, I'm going into.
Cameron.
Boop, 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 boop.
Cameron's the last, but he does reach into.
Do you take it out, or is it still in the basket?
It's in the basket. You guys are reaching one fingy.
I love what you did there, where he's like,
it's just a squirrel.
Squirrel. As we're recording, I'm only imagining the scene from Sword in the Stone where Merlin and Arthur turn into squirrels.
Absolutely.
Merlin.
Whoa! What? Whoa!
Hmm?
Yeah, it's from the movie. Never mind.
Yeah.
We should. Are we good now? Do we do it?
Yeah, you guys got more. I'm adding them right now.
Cool.
While the squirrel is still kind of hazy, I'm going to open the trap. Open the so it can wriggle free. And then we're all just gonna back away. And then once the squirrel comes to, it can figure out that the trap is open and whatnot. So yeah, the squirrel comes to and it looks around for a second, springs up on the edge of the basket, kind of takes one glance back at all of you, and then takes off. And as soon as it takes off from behind you guys, boom, possum chases after it. And they're on a little chase. They go behind a tree or something. You guys don't see that.
I so thought you were going to say a hawk. And I was like, how are we going to get this?
Exactly what I thought.
I throw the trap at it. Like a Pokeball.
Like a Pokeball. I was about to say it. I was about to say it like a Pokeball.
And then on Nat 20 improvised ranged attack, the little basket just goes right over the hawk.
Right into its head.
Yeah.
Gotta
Perfect.
record them all. Humanimals.
All right. Yeah. You guys
My
acquired a
squirrel
squirrel?
morph. My squirrel morph is not under Zach's morphs. Can you move
Yeah.
it?
I am right now. I'm
Okay.
making sure I have it ready for everybody.
This is like summertime, right? Not like spring.
Yeah. It's past spring, moving like it's the beginning of summer, pretty much.
Okay.
Is
So
it?
it was the end of March, right? Was the time frame you said?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, we'll say it's the very end of March. So I guess that means it's about to start spring then.
You said end of March, so
It would
I would
have.
say
It would have
like,
just been.
it's
the
middle of
equinox.
spring. Yeah.
The spring equinox is at the end of March.
I think
gotcha.
this would require both the GM's discretion and everyone else's, but do we want to skip forward a little bit in time for this? Because we're still on like just the second day that we've woken up, right? And we're spending all this time in the woods. Do we want to play through all that, or do we want to have...
You don't have to play through it all. I'm waiting for you guys to do certain things. So,
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I know I have a fast forward mechanic.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to check in on that because, like, we don't need to be doing this for 3 episodes. I just wanted to voice
solid.
that.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have anything special that you want to do
Well,
right after acquirement?
So now that we have squirrel morphs, I'm going to recommend, or I'm going to float out the idea. Here I go. I'm just going to do it in character. So, hey guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? Tell me if it's a terrible idea. It's a pretty bad idea, but I think the reward might outweigh the risk. What if one of us turns into a squirrel and tries to act hurt or something to attract like predators?
Horrible idea.
Yeah, but then we could morph predators.
We should draw straws.
We're not gonna.
Absolutely terrible idea. We should draw straws.
I
Cameron says,
mean, I'll be the squirrel.
Reese
I'm
volunteers.
cool with that.
Yeah, I would volunteer too.
We just
Grant's
need
gonna look at all
somebody-
3 of you and go, "Cool. I'm not doing it."
Cool,
I'm
not
doing
me.
it.
yeah, that does sound kind of dangerous.
Yeah,
I just-
he's gonna like fist bump Cameron and be like, "Yeah, fuck that."
No, I think but before we get into that, Zach,
Mm.
this is gonna be weird.
Okay.
I hereby consent to being copied, and I'm gonna hold out my hand.
Oh, no thanks. Nothing personal,
Yeah,
but the whole idea of using another one of us as a disguise kind of defeats the purpose.
yeah, but
What if we need
in the event that we need to cover for each other, should probably be a thing. Like if I need to, for instance, if you need to go and like, if I'm hurt or something and I'm out of, I guess, morphs for the day, and I gesture over to Grant. So if I'm
Let's do that after this little camping trip, because
Okay.
right now
yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I just wanted to
I
float the
pretty
idea.
much trust all of you guys, but I still don't know for sure. And
That's a good call.
like you being able
Excellent
to turn
call.
into me is a
Solid.
bad idea.
Grant very much has the Grant will remember that from Zach.
Cameron says,
I said pretty much.
I
Trust.
don't.
No, I think it was a good thing.
I
It's
don't.
the
consent.
Fallout thing. Everyone liked that.
Grant's
it.
gonna look
Okay.
at Cameron and say, "We'll cross the bridge when we come to it."
I mean, at this point, Cameron really hasn't been sketchy except for wanting really badly to go to football practice, which, like, who gives a shit about football practice? But
He's
whatever.
still trying to, like, out of character. He's still trying to, like, keep some semblance of normalcy. which is not a thing that we have the luxury of anymore. And he's coming to terms with things.
Oh no, Nate gets it. I'm talking. Zach is
I was just saying.
No, I'm with you.
Is Savannah going to be like, fuck no?
No, can I flip tracks real quick?
Yes.
Savannah's going to clock this conversation and not answer it. Instead, she's going to go, Reese, how good are you at building traps? And do we have any string?
I mean, if you describe a trap, I can try to approximate it, but the one that I kind of know is the one I built.
Okay. Because there's a raptor trap, which is just a little cage with the squirrel sits in, and the top has strings with loops on it. And when they go down to grab the squirrel and pull back, it tightens on their legs. And then we can let them go after.
Yeah, I'm going to just Google. I'm going to Google that on my phone.
We have no signal.
Yeah, give me a
no signal.
Give me a technology roll with disadvantage.
It's just a basket with strings.
Is that computers?
Not computers.
Arcana, right?
Oh, Arcana.
Yeah.
Beep boop.
The bars are pretty shitty, but it takes you a while to like load pages. But yeah, you can look up.
Takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you got to walk around.
It's like downloading boobs in the 90s.
Actually, hold
Comes
on.
in one bar at a time.
Yeah.
How you know, Alex? We had this porn talk last time. You know how the boobs come.
I never said I didn't know about the box of porn.
Sounds like revisionist history.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the something rights history.
God.
Anyway, I'm gonna try to start doing stuff on my phone, and it's taking more than like 12 seconds to load a page. So my 16-year-old TikTok heavy mind is going to go
broken.
Ugh! Guys, I'll be right back, and I'm going to start morphing a squirrel.
Okay. Let's go ahead and resolve that. So,
and I'm trying like hell to keep my pants.
All right, give me your concentration check.
As I see him morphing a squirrel, I'm gonna morph possum. Same thing, trying to keep my fucking pants on.
Concentration check.
Actually, I don't have skinny jeans. I'm just trying to keep my underwear, please God.
I rolled a 13. It did not
Reese
work.
turns into Mo, intentionally rejecting his pants. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
As an extreme, you can intentionally reject your pants.
I got a 16.
16. So what are you morphing? Possum?
Possum. We had talked about it before, and Zach's doing
as
something impulsive. I'm trying to check him.
As I'm morphing the squirrel, and I see him morphing a dog, I want to really straight up be like, hey, could you not morph something that loves chasing squirrels?
I'm going to, in thought speak, as I'm going to doing that, I'm going to say, I've already gotten a handle on possum. I'm intentionally morphing something that chases squirrels.
Okay. Well, I'm going up a tree anyway. I guess at this point I'm thought speaking.
Yeah. Grant's going to be like, hey, that's fine.
Give me a wisdom check before you go up this tree.
Can I morph my fucking underwear?
You morph, you concentrate real hard, but your underwear is on your dog body.
Grant's gonna look at it,
that, and in thought speak, be like,
he's gonna turn around and he's gonna see it, and he's gonna be like, "Fucking close enough. At least when I come back, it'll be there."
So,
squirrel.
As you finish your morph, and you say, "Can you please not morph something that's going to chase squirrels?" And he says, "I'm intentionally chasing squirrels." That's when your squirrel mind kicks in as the morph is complete. You look back and see a dog and take off.
I am going to chase after him.
Okay.
But like to keep him in eyesight, I am not hunting Zach.
All right.
I
Zach,
love this so much, y'all.
Where is real possum during all this?
Also chasing you, probably.
real possum was off looking for the other squirrel that ran, but he's slowly.
Oh, great! Nope, that's fine. We're gonna leave him there.
Well, he's slowly starting to come back now.
You can stop.
That's fine. He
sees other possums having fun, and he runs. He doesn't know what's going on, but he joins other possum at the bottom of his tree.
Oh, a game with
speak
another
to-
dog that looks just like me?
Grant is going to thought speak to Savannah. Please get Possum Prime. Please get Possum Prime.
The shush.
Yeah, I
broke
think
me.
Savannah's gonna try to whistle for Possum to bring him back.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
Oh, okay. That's sad.
He does seem preoccupied, so it takes you a couple of whistles, but eventually he comes back to you.
I'm sure it's not helping the freak out, but
Yeah.
I'm also I'm still in, we can't fully trust each other. I can't have him out of one of our sight or the clock resets. So I am chasing the fuck out of the squirrel, and I'm sure scaring the shit out of him.
Yep.
And Possum does that thing where he takes like a step and like whines a little bit like he wants to go, but he stays with you as you guys all watch this squirrel jump from one tree to the next. And you follow Grant Possum on the ground. Zach, give me another wisdom save.
Oh, Zach. Sorry, I thought I heard Grant Possum.
All the while I'm like, Zach,
Or wisdom check, I'm sorry.
Zach,
Fuck me.
No.
Zach.
And-
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yes.
To and fro. Stop and go.
Zach, in your head, Grant's saying your name, and it kind of, after a second, it snaps you to, and you're in midair, and that causes you to miss the branch. But
Oh God, the squirrel rolled
instinctually-
like shit. I'm sitting here going, why are you describing this? Because I know I failed, but okay.
Nope.
instinctually,
For the audience, Zach rolled a 6 on the wisdom, and then
Yeah.
the squirrel rolled a 3. So he's okay.
I'm good.
so the first thing you notice is that your eyes focus on a spot on the ground, and while you're falling through the air, as your eyes focus, your body starts to turn and flatten out in the air, so it slows you down. And when you hit the ground, you don't take any damage, and you have your consciousness back.
So in thought speak, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, do you guys know that even a squirrel at terminal velocity can't be killed on impact?
Did know that, yeah.
Grant's gonna say, I'm glad to hear it. But no, I didn't know that.
And
Yeah,
it
it's
says,
pretty
I
good
didn't
work
know
for
either.
So you're good.
All right. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, can someone fish my phone out of my pants pockets, please?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll grab your phone out of your pocket. and hand
Grant
it.
is going to kind of like wag his tail a little bit, and he's just gonna sit. And he's gonna be like, I'm just keeping an eye.
Yeah, no worries. I think I'm good now.
Keeping an eye.
I'm going to do everything I can to wrestle my phone up a tree. I know it's pretty big, but I'm also, I don't know how small squirrels are. They're not
Can I,
chipmunks, though. I mean, they're,
Can I hand it up to you at a certain point to try and help
Yeah.
you?
yeah, sure.
So she's handing you, you get to a certain spot, she reaches up as high as she can. Savannah reaches up and tries to give you the phone. You grab it. Give me a strength check with advantage because
As a
she's helping
squirrel.
you. Yeah.
With advantage.
Squirrels
She's
are renowned for their
5'4".
strength.
Grant Possum is sitting, and just a reminder, he is wearing Grant's underwear.
Still? You didn't take them off?
No, I didn't take them off. I was like, when I turn back, they'll be on, which is not what I was
That's actually
trying
better,
to do.
yeah.
But in a way, it's helpful.
Yeah, it works.
Oh, no. They have a -4?
It's a fucking squirrel.
And that being said, a phone's not too heavy.
Damn.
Buff
That was-
squirrel.
Yeah.
It was disadvantage, so 9.
No.
So Cameron comes and scratches Grant's head as he's sitting, and they're watching Zach pull this phone, and it takes you it takes you a little while. Like, it's hard. You have to rest it on a branch every now and then
Mm-hmm.
and take like a breath. So I'm gonna say after about 20 minutes you can get it all the way up this tree.
All right. I don't want to get all the way into like the really thin branches. I just want to get up pretty high to a thick branch that could probably support me as a human.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'm going to morph my naked ass back while I'm up there so I can use my phone.
All right, so
Did
that's
you guys
a
know that a phone that hits the ground at terminal velocity will absolutely fucking shatter?
Not in the woods.
Not in the woods, my ass.
Not in the
fine.
woods is a good piggyback too. I like the follow up.
I say yelling down, not in the woods.
So you demorph. Make sure you bring your
Bug bites
counter.
on my balls.
Your
What?
counter down.
Yeah, I was just doing that.
And it's easy. Make me a dexterity check. We gotta see. I'm not gonna give advantage or disadvantage, but
my dex is decent. So
yeah. So you was that the squirrels or yours? Because
that's mine.
That was yours. That's good. That's what I wanted. Was yours?
I actually have higher dex than the squirrel.
Yeah.
That's a dexterous fucking squirrel.
That's a dexterous Zach.
No, I know.
The squirrel's a +1. I have a +3. Squirrel's not doing kick flips and ollies and shit.
You almost fall off, but you end up, you grab a branch to steady yourself, and yeah, you're naked up in the tree. Anybody look up?
Nope.
Reese is just full on like, it's freeing, right?
It's
freeing, isn't it?
Don't stand under my branch.
Cameron's looking at me.
Dogs can't look up.
I've never seen a bush in a tree before.
Oh, God damn it. Cameron looks up at first and he's like, what's he doing? Oh, he's demorphed. Oh. And he looks away.
Just pass the joint to him.
As Cameron looked up to do that, this is to private thought speak to Cameron, because when he did that, he was a little bit distracted for a second and he took his hand off. And Grant looks at Cameron and he says, not to be weird, but don't stop.
Oh.
Because he was scratching my head.
Yeah, he thinks about it for a second. He goes, yeah, no problem, buddy. And he scratched his head.
Tail wags.
So I want to establish something here. I took a pretty big hit of a weed before I morphed. Not long before I morphed. Am I still high now that I've demorphed?
I don't think so.
In the books, has anyone ever gotten a cold?
Nope.
They not had a cold.
They never
anymore?
did any substance.
Well,
disease is not the same as being high.
Kinda, yeah, but no.
I just figured like brain chemistry, does it reset back to zero?
So venom is something that goes into your body and is when you
stays
morph,
and it affects you.
Well, when you morph, it goes away, right? Because didn't Visitor 3 get bit by a cobra?
Yeah, and then there's the whole thing with Marco.
Yeah,
in Alex's favorite book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when Reese said, "Has anybody ever morphed with like?"
The one that Axe got.
If the morphing got rid of the venom, Visitor 3 would never have left Aloran's head in Axe's first book.
Does Jake get bit by a snake or something at one point, or does he have to demorph to get like something out of his blood? I remember something early on where he.
Well, what I'm referring to is Axe almost kills Aloran by biting him as a venomous snake.
Yeah,
and Visitor 3's reaction to that is to deslug.
Yeah.
So and these are the kinds of semantics that we can get into and Harak the Lest. Austin, you're the GM. Make the call. This is an AU.
Yeah, right now, highness goes away.
Cool.
We may revisit this. So maybe Zach's just good at being high if we have to come back.
Well, I mean, he's definitely high because he's up in a tree.
God damn it.
Be here all week, kids. Anyway. Yeah, so all shenanigans aside, does the phone work better now?
Yeah.
Thank God. Because it was a fucking crapshoot if it was going to matter.
It's better. So you won't make it with disadvantage this time.
All right. So it's not. Is it computers or Arcana? It's Arcana.
Arcana. Yeah.
I would argue that a smartphone is basically a computer.
Well, yes. And if you were using it as like trying to do,
I'm Googling shit. It's a computer.
Yeah, but this is a signal check.
Yeah, your computer thing is a little bit more specialized.
It's not something that you can necessarily control.
Fuck.
Yeah. So with an 11,
I still did better than last time, right?
It does take longer than normal for your page to upload, but not long enough for you as your 16-year-old mind to exit out of it. Okay. So you find the plans for one of these traps. and that will give Reese advantage on his check to make it.
Okay, I'm gonna go through and like screenshot stuff.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna
Text
morph
this to
a
somebody with more
bird.
battery
No,
life.
I'm gonna ask for someone to get under the branch and catch my phone.
Not me, man. I already seen what's up there.
Reese will do it.
Thanks, buddy. All right, I'll drop the phone.
Grant kind of gets up on both legs and he goes, I have paws.
Yeah, so you're not it.
Not me.
Just up and like doing the dog like back dancing.
So you line it up. He's right underneath you. I won't make you make a check for this one. If you guys drop your phone from another high spot, I am.
Okay.
Okay.
But
This
What
is
a
your only
threat.
warning.
But yeah, this one, your phone's okay. Reese catches it.
Thank you. And now I'll morph again so I can get out of the tree safely. And I'll just go squirrel again. It's fine.
I want squirrel.
Yeah, it's easy enough to get back down.
Okay. And I will turn back into a boy, and I will put my clothes on.
All right. Remember to take your ticker down again.
I just did. Yep.
All right.
I will morph back to human, but like there because my underwear is on, so at least I can be in it.
Yeah, you demorph your underwear there. Oh yeah.
I'll just walk over to my clothes and put them back on. I'm like close enough.
So Reese, do you try to make this trap?
Yeah, no, like once I have an image of it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can replicate that. That's fine.
Oh wait, if we need a squirrel for it, I've already morphed into squirrel, so let me do it. This is before I've demorphed. I'm retconning slightly.
Okay.
But like when I come down from the tree, if that trap requires someone to be a squirrel, then I'm already it.
Okay.
It does. And I also have a secondary approach that we could maybe try later in the day.
Okay.
And that is if it is March, then great horned owls will be on the nest with young babies. And we could try to find one because they are loud.
What are loud?
Great horned
owls?
owls.
Well, we need to wait till night.
We need to wait till night, but it's something we can think of while we're doing this trap.
No, don't
Just
we
saying.
want to find them during the day when they're asleep?
No, they don't sleep all day. They like take short cat naps, and we want them at night because we can hear them at night. It makes them easier to find.
Yes, stupid.
And I am
Listen, everything I know about
fucking-
owls is that they sleep during the day and they are silent.
If
I am being sarcastic. That was aimed at Alex because we don't know shit about birds.
Okay, if I was going
I
to say
think
if that
I
was
know everything
in
about owls
character
because
as
I've watched a
Grant's-
lot of Disney movies.
I don't.
I was going to say if that was in character as Grant, Savannah was going to be absolutely baffled and confused and turn around and be like, "What the fuck is happening right now?"
I don't know if this is in character or not. Like
Sorry,
this
it
whole
was- that was
interaction, like
Cory. I don't either. I broke character. That's my fault.
I think it's all in character.
Yeah, I was
All
going
right,
to say
fine.
it's
Mine
on
was
there.
Alright, fine.
absolutely all in character.
it's just. Yeah, I can make the trap.
Okay.
Like, it's just
Good
just like,
talk.
you guys are being dicks. Like, stop.
Grant looks over at Savannah and realizes he agreed with her, and he's gonna go. "Ugh," and he's just gonna walk away.
Reese, give me a survival check with advantage.
Thank you. That's a 9 with the advantage. It's not something I've ever made before, so it may not work exactly as I intended.
So
You bark up my ass for this. Come on, man.
you put it together, and it takes you a solid hour to get this right. And it gets you fix it. You think it looks pretty good, and you look over at Squirrel Zach, who's been in more for about an hour 20 now. No, about just an hour because you demorphed up in the tree and came down. So about an hour, and there's no place for you to get the squirrel in to the trap. You've overlooked that point while you're building this trap. Now, if you want to sit down and take this thing apart again and try again, you can do that. It's going to double your time to make it, so it'll be 2 hours next time. Or you can try to wait till tomorrow and we can do the check again. But if Go ahead.
I was gonna say, does Grant realize this, that he didn't leave room for a squirrel?
After he's finished.
Hey guys, I did it. Ah,
Oh.
shit.
Grant's gonna look to Savannah like very upset, and he's gonna say, "Well, birds go for roaches."
They're not the type of raptor we have in the area. I mean, maybe if we could find a burrow of burrowing owls, but no, not the kind we're going for. Sorry.
That both sucks and is a relief.
So this is no good. I've been sitting here for an hour as a fucking squirrel for nothing.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to be a
I
person.
mean,
I
we
guess
could try
really
to
I've
squeeze you
been-
in.
I've probably been brachiating around the trees, but
So can I try to what time is it right now, Austin?
it's demorphing time for Zach.
Yeah, so you guys have done a little bit today, but not a whole bunch. So we'll put it at around 2 p.m.
Can I, having seen Reese do this the first time and having those schematics, can I try and do it again, but this time leave
I'll
room
give him
for
the
it?
help action because I'll be like, oh, here's where I fucked up.
So
And point out the different things.
are you trained in survival?
Define, like, am I proficient in it?
Yeah.
No, I don't have proficiency, but I do have a +2.
So you can do this. It is going to take some time too because you're kind of piggybacking off his work. If you want to start all new, and you can, but it'll still take a little bit more time. But yeah, I'll let him try to aid you, and you can try to make it.
Okay. Am I rolling with advantage from the help action?
Yes.
Okay. That's an actual 20.
Nice.
Yeah. With it, like I said, it was going to take 2 hours because you crit. We push it back. It takes you just an hour longer to do this. So it's 3:00. You feel like you have a solid trap. There's a way to get in it. I'm assuming
There's a
Zach
little hatch in the
demorphed.
back.
Yeah, Zach demorphed. I said that.
Yeah.
I said it was demorphing time.
Since I fucked up the trap the first time, I'll go ahead and be bait.
Are you
And,
sure? Because I mean, I've already learned the morph.
already morphing, and it's like
Okay, all right.
like I focus on first the tail, then the face, then
Grant is going to
the-
very
as I'm morphing, I thought speak to you guys, and I'm like, somebody get hands on me so that I can't like wriggle away.
okay. Grant will do that, and very pointedly, as he is morphing, say, "Morph your fucking clothes. Try."
And I'm going to think, don't be naked. Don't be naked. Don't be naked.
Okay, give me
Which
a
goes
I'm
against
trying to take
everything
my,
you believe in.
My MeUndies, not sponsored, but willing to be,
one day.
with me.
Okay.
That I was also using the undies, by the way. That was headcanon. I didn't say it out loud, but I really did think it. Can I give him the help action? Because I'm like,
Not with this because I'm kind of leaving it up to them. But yeah, it does trigger him to,
okay.
think in his head to do that though. So
I just thought, I don't want any more dicks out. I was just
Yeah.
trying.
we'll get rid of the dicks eventually.
But then who will
We
be
got,
left to play the game?
You.
Reese's mom. That'll be the last person to play.
Oh man, she's going to be the first new humanimal we make.
100%.
Paula Dean.
All right, yes. Give me a concentration check, Reese. That was for your clothes. Do you want to morph special?
No, I think I'm just like I'm not focusing on the individual parts of the squirrel necessarily. I'm more so focusing on staying clothed and taking that with me.
So you get smaller and smaller, and as you become the squirrel, you are surrounded by darkness as your clothes fall over you. And now we'll do your wisdom check.
As I noticed that happen, as I was trying to keep hands on him, I am gonna like hold his clothes down until he tells us he's good.
Okay.
Yes.
And with that roll, did he get the tail first? Because that was how that morph started, was face and tail. And if he got a giant fluffy tail, I'm losing my shit.
So he didn't try to do special stuff. So the tail, it wasn't giant. As he was shrinking, it was coming out.
Bummer.
He did specify tail first.
He did specify tail.
So the tail did come out, but he wasn't doing a special.
He wasn't trying to keep
the
it
mechanic
even
of the
size.
like I would have to focus on doing the individual parts first, and instead of focusing on that, I focused on keeping my micromodal fabric ultra comfy.
The wicking micromotor.
It didn't keep. It didn't look as elegant as it did before. It looked like how you guys
kind of brutal.
You roll for pattern, MeUndies pattern.
Oh, they're absolutely the pizza slice pattern.
Nice.
So yeah, with that, let's do your wisdom save. And yeah, you got the clothes held down, Grant.
Wisdom 10 to keep from fucking scrambling away.
Take off to a
'Cause
tree.
somebody-
Well, you try to take off and you run into the clothes.
I was gonna say, like, do
Yeah.
I have to roll anything for that, or am I just able to keep a squirrel contained?
He's like jumping around in there.
Yeah.
Starting to chew through the shirt.
I'm loudly like, that was a good idea, Reese. You're freaking out. Calm down.
And you guys just hear British!
So since he's just holding you there, go ahead and make another wisdom save.
Okay, much better.
Nice.
Like you're scurrying around under these in just darkness, and a bit of light as one of the folds comes up. A bit of light comes in, and you see on the back of your MeUndies on the tag it says Reese, and your mind snaps back.
Oh man, that's great.
It says Martin.
Not my
It
head
says
can't-
Martin.
I was
says
gonna say
Martin.
his mom puts that on there.
Yeah.
So that
100%. She's got to be able to tell apart his father's MeUndies from his.
fucking incredible.
They're matching pizza underwear.
Absolutely.
And
The whole family's got a matching set.
I think with that is a good time for us to stop.